First of all, I wanted to let you know I appreciate everything that you're doing because you caught my attention. And I caught on to you through 1440 Ty. And
Mm-hmm.
I had been knew about Dr. Malachi Z. York back in 2018. I was in prison doing a 12-year sentence.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't have time. I didn't have no way to get no more books and stuff like that. 'Cause first of all, the two books that I had wasn't mine, but I read the first two books I read was about the dog and the Canaanite. So when I read these books, it drew me in even more. But I never had a chance to get no more books. So 6 more years passed by, I get out, fast forward. Now I'm out, and I end up seeing 1440. I wasn't thinking about Dr. York at the time, no, you know what I'm saying? So I seen 1440 on Unghetto stream, and I was following Unghetto. And when I seen what he was rapping about, when he said free Malachi, that's what caught my attention. I'm like, damn, that's what I supposed to been doing. So I started looking up. I didn't even know it was a whole congregation, a whole congregation of people that's fighting in the name of Malachi. I didn't know that. So when I seen how serious it was, that drew me in even more. So I wanted to know more. I wanted to know more. Wanted to know more. That's when I started seeing you. That's when I started seeing everybody else. So that's how I popped up. I never had an IG, period. I made my IG because of you. You know what I'm saying? Because I was on YouTube looking at you through Ty. I started following your stuff, looking at your stuff, and I started seeing it say live. I'm like, why the hell can I get on the live? And I seen it say IG. I'm like, damn. So, okay, so I made me an IG. So that's when I started following you on IG, and I understand the message to a certain extent. Then I ain't gonna say understand it, like I just stopped and I try to progress it, but I can't. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I started following you. I'm trying to learn. No, not trying. I'm trying to change my vocabulary too. I'm learning as much as I can. It's a whole lot though, and I'm trying to soak it up. I'm gonna soak it up. You know what I'm saying? So, and it's some things I wanted to know, but I didn't feel comfortable saying it in front of everybody. But we live now, so it is what it is. Um, I
Well,
wanted to
if there
know
was ever a place where you can do it, you
I,
found it.
what'd you say?
If there was ever a place where you can do that, where you can say what's on your mind or ask what you really want to ask, you found it. A lot of people don't be
Yeah.
knowing what they're looking for, and then some people think that is what they want, and then they get to me and then they don't know what to say or know what to ask.
No, I'm gonna say what it is. Now, I'm gonna explain some more things. You say I got an hour, right?
Yeah, for sure.
All right, so I'm explaining some more things. So this how it all fell on me. This how it all came to me. While I was in prison, you know what I'm saying, nigga ignorant and all this stuff here. And I had to sit down. So me and this dude, we was reading the Bible and we was next door to each other. We used to read the Bible and vent to each other. And he was like, we used to be like, what's your favorite Bible verse, whatever, whatever. So that's how when his homeboy was like, look, I got some books I want y'all to read. Have y'all ever read the Quran? I'm like, nah, at the time I never read the Quran. I studied Islam for 3 years too. So he ended up sending the pamphlets up there. When I read, I'm like, oh man. So the dude in that door was telling me how it was. I'm like, boy, you gotta let me read it. That's when I found out about Malachi. I'm like, damn, okay, that was so I need more of this. All right, fast forward, I ended up getting out the hole. I'm in the dorm, and that's when I came across B.O.B. Elements. I had never listened to the album until then. I used to always skip it because I didn't know what it was. So when I listened to this album, Elements, it's like it sparked something on the inside of me that I always knew, but I forgot about some kind of way. But I felt it in my heart. That's when I started focusing on that even more. Like, damn, it's more to the world than what I thought it was. It's more to the world than what I've been doing and what I've been living. You know what I'm saying? So boom, get past that right there. I end up going to other prisons, asking other people about Dr. Malachi Z. York. No, some people knew, some people didn't. And of course, I ran across people that said bullshit. I ain't pay that no attention, you know what I'm saying? But because I already know how they do people that had them type of beings that had that type of power. So I just wanted to know more and more. So I ended up, uh, I ended up, I was playing this game. It's like all this stuff just fell in my lap. I was playing this game on the tablet, and it was Alice in Wonderland, and I was playing B.O.B. music at the same time, and it was Masters of War. And at the end of the song, it said "Follow the Rabbit." At the same time, it was blanking "Follow the Rabbit" at the end, at the bottom of the screen. So I took heed of that, and I just kept going. I came across a book that started talking about meditation. So me doing the exercise with the breathing through the nostril thing, I did that laid back. I took heat. I took a liking to the one laying back and breathing. I did that one right there, and it felt different. It felt funny, like I was floating something. So I couldn't get used to that feeling. So I just kept practicing over the years. I ended up getting out, like I said now. And when I seen y'all pushing the movement with Dr. Malachi Z, I'm like, damn, this is who I need to be with right here. You know what I'm saying? Because I always wondered about the world. I always looked in the sky like, damn, I want to get up out of here. I know there's more to it. When I was a child, I used to have this feeling. It's like that feeling left me though. I used to have the feeling about the world just, this shit ain't what it is. And I got soaked up in the shit. Now I'm back to the point where I'm seeking the truth within myself. You know what I'm saying? I don't have so many dreams about spaceships, being abducted. Not being abducted, but when the spaceship come, I see it. It's like I just go into it and the body just drop. I just go into, I don't know, I can't explain it. I don't meditated before and heard things in my ear. One time I meditated and I heard someone say, ain't no way you still sleep. But no, I was sleeping. I was sleeping actually. And I heard someone say, ain't no way you still sleep in my ear. So I know it's more to the world than what it seems. I don't have sleep paralysis before. And I don't see little beings and some shit, like a little black being floating over me, like it's trying to train me or some shit. I don't know what it was. I was able to crack my eyes open and see it. So I always wondered about these things, you know what I'm saying? I always been distant. And just looking at and listening to your music, I'm like, damn, this is what I be trying to find out right here. So like I said, I overstand to a certain extent. Now I start understanding, bro. I'm not understanding. I start overthinking, like trying to figure it out, but I can't. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't never come across nobody who had the knowledge like Dr. Malachi Z. York. You know what I'm saying? So that drew me in even more. Church, I was forced to go to church. I never really wanted to go to church. And this is my 7-day fasting. It's my first time ever fasting that long because I took heed to a 9-day fast, something you said about they reach how you something. I don't verbatim, I don't know. But and I ain't gonna lie, I'm nervous right now, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you, I'm nervous, bro. Cause,
You supposed to be.
yeah, I'm
You
nervous,
supposed to
bro.
be. Nervous mean you aware of your being.
Yeah, I'm
You
real
supposed to
now. I
be.
was nervous before we even
That's
got
your
on.
alert system going off. That's why you being mindful of what you say. You don't want to
Yeah,
say the wrong thing, all that. That's a
and that's
part of it.
another. I'm glad you said that because when now I watch what I say because like you said, I be watching all the stuff on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? I skip from here to here to here. I be watching all this stuff, and like you said, word salad, like you said, regurgitated shit that people be doing. I gotta be honest. When I was doing it, but I wasn't aware that I was doing it. But I was aware that I was doing it at the same time because I knew I had not did no research. Now that I look back,
Now, how
but
many
it's
people
not.
you think coming out here to become like you stepping out into a different plane, right? You're not you taking on the form of a playable character. So how many people you think coming up and swear that they some teacher and all of that and they haven't come to the realization that they don't know anything that they're speaking about yet, or that they only regurgitating, or they only feed it into a rhetoric that benefits the programming that they already had prior. How many people you think is actually waking up to the fact that they out here spewing word salad?
I mean, I'm pretty sure it's a lot on this side, and it's a whole lot that's not because they just don't fucking they not trying to get it. You feel me? But I'm one of the ones that's trying to get it. But it's a lot that's trying to. I mean, I'm trying to like you said. Pop said trying is to fail, and I heard him say that on one of his teachings. You know what I'm saying? So
So you know what happened when you decide that you're gonna take heed to that? You start looking for substitutes for that, not just word. It ain't that you just trying to like figure out a word or looking to find a word to replace trying. You see what I just did there? So when you say trying and you say look into, or you say working on, you say, man, I'm trying to get out of this. You change it to, I'm working on getting up out of here. And that's one thing that I was able to replace it with when I was younger, because I remember hearing that when I was younger, to try is to fail. The thing is, you don't just replace the word, you replace the whole mindset. When people coming out here saying understand, they don't know that they stepping backwards from where we went to when we had to replace understand with overstand. You see what I'm explaining to you? Because they're trying to be creative and crafty without giving the master teacher the credit for opening the gateway for people to break that spell. So they don't want to say overstand because they know that that's attached to Malachi York. So they just say understand, right? But what they don't understand is that understand is attached to the correspondence speak, the law of correspondence. So when you saying you only standing inside and going within only, you forgetting the outside of that. You see what I'm saying? Correspondence says as within, so without. You see what I'm explaining to you? So with the understanding that was out here already, you had the people like the Elijah Muhammad's and the Prophet Allah, Clarence 13, and the rest of those people out there that were pushing understanding, knowledge, wisdom, understanding. A lot of people had certain degrees, and then Malachi broke the spell that they were under of religion and sleep and sex and all of those spells. And people were able to have, like you said, the decision to want to not just try, work on getting up out of it. And some people chose, you know what, overstand. And overstand, people think when we say it, see what they hear is like when people would try to mimic me on Clubhouse, right? Because they couldn't do it. But they would try to mimic me on Clubhouse, where they would say, oh, yes, overstand and this, that, and overstand and this. And over. Like they keep saying the word overstand because that word is standing out to them. They don't know that word is a part of my programming. It's not something that I'm attempting to say to sound deep. You see? It's a word that's a spell breaker that was given to me. And every time I say it, it breaks spells for other people because it goes against the programming. Like if I asked you to spell overstand, how would you spell it?
You know how I spell. I mean, I'm gonna be Overstand.
You just casted a spell. Now, you either cast a spell to keep people under or bind it, or you cast a spell to break people out. You're either going to cast a spell to harm or you're going to cast a spell to help. So every time I said overstand, that was me uttering a spell that was given to me by one of the masters who is the master, Malachi York. And then people that were around, they heard it. So you thinking it's just the things I'm saying. No, it's spells being casted when I speak. And when you cast spells, it has everything to do with tones, right? If somebody says, yo, you can't be here anymore, right? And they talking to the demons that are possessing the being at a certain period of time, call that character Jesus. And he able to cast out demons because of the things that he say, or just his presence alone. You're dealing with vibration that some people may not feel comfortable around and others are inspired by, right? You can be inspired by somebody's frequency, or you can be shut down and discouraged by somebody's frequency. Look at the word frequency. If we saying frequency, we're speaking about how many times a thing occurs, right? Not
Right.
just saying how they would like to think of it as a magical word. If I ask you how often do you frequent the gym, you see the word frequency in there, right? It's speaking of cycles. It's a cyclical word, and it's also dealing with waves, all right, and vibrations. That's why you say frequency, waves, and vibrations. That's like you figuring out what the secrets of the universe are. You get what I'm explaining to you? Because all things operate within energy, frequency, waves, vibration, all of those. So if somebody frequently goes to the gym, then they frequent the gym often. Now, somebody might see somebody frequenting the gym and they get discouraged because they're like, man, I'll never be able to get to that level. Look at how they built. Look at how they, I can't do that. And then some people might look at it and be like, inspired and say, this nigga built this way. I don't want to be built like this nigga. I just want to be built like this nigga. You see what I'm explaining? But see, people will look at you saying, I want to be built like FaZe. Not built like FaZe. You can't be built like me. You want to be built like I am. You see, some people look at that and they'll frown upon it and say, oh, y'all following him and da-da-da-da, cult this and woo-da-woo-da-woo. You're not seeing it that way because it's not in your programming to see it that way. So while they seeing it that way, sitting on their couch, stuff in their face, you know what I'm saying, with steaks and TV dinners, you out there literally changing yourself. So it's no longer about trying. You already accepted the remedy. And you said, let me put it to the test to see if it works. You see what I'm explaining to you? So that's where you are. And when you stepping out in this field, you see what you said? You were like, I wasn't able to find anybody that has the knowledge or the information like Malachi. Let me tell you this. You're not going to. You're not going to.
Oh, I already
Because
know.
every umbrella of information that's out here that people think is deep and of the level, he conquered it and raised the ceiling of it. So we don't even know all of what he knows and what he has. And you don't have time enough to go back and start over as he did And you'll have to think about it. Everybody talk about they want to be other level and beyond him. That means you got to speak 19 languages plus. That means you have to go back and teach for 25 years, right? All the different religions, and not just teaching about the religion on your clubhouse, you know what I'm saying, in your clubhouse rooms or on Zoom or on a YouTube video. No, you have to go and get buildings and properties for people to be able to come to you and learn and fly in all over from all over the world internationally and sit with you, and you got to learn the language. If you're speaking about the Torah, you have to actually speak Ivrit, Hebrew, right? If you're speaking about El Quran, you have to actually speak Arabic, Arabia, and not just speak Arabic, have an understanding about the different dialects, whether you're speaking formal, whether you're speaking informal, whatever dialect you're speaking from, how to write the actual language and the sigils and the letters and the diacritics and all that. If you don't know that, first of all, when it comes to the Arabic speak, when it comes to the Quran, when it comes to Islam, if we're speaking about who's leading in that, is not you. So then you take the back seat on that. And then you go to the next thing. All right, what else you talking about? Anything they out here talking about, they have to take the back seat on it when it comes to Malachi. Because one of these little videos they make on YouTube that's 5 minutes long that makes them think they a master because they just stood there and said some shit for 5 minutes. One of them little videos, he got 5 books on it. He done did 30 teachers on it. And he done raised master teachers to be able to come out here and teach it. Really, I should say student master teacher, because the only master teacher we really have is Malachi York. And I've given them time to prove me wrong. They're not able to prove me wrong because it doesn't exist. So when you said nobody knew about Malachi, or it was tough to find people who knew, a lot of people do know. They'll deny it. They want to erase that from their brain, from their mind, because he challenges every aspect of their illusion. You get what I'm saying so far?
I understand. I'm with you. I understand,
All right,
bro.
what you got? What you got?
All right, and something else I was gonna ask you too. All right, I had it was the one time I was all this right here in prison, all this stuff transpiring in prison though. I'm meditating. I'm working out. I won't eat no bread. I won't eat no sweets. I was drinking plenty of water. I was staying positive. I was staying away from folks. I wasn't talking to nobody. I was just chilling. All right, and I meditated and I messed around. I got tired, and I'm like, man, I'm finna doze off and go to sleep. So I wrote on my back and rolled on my side. I remember those. Well, I don't remember those. No, dozing off, and I remember waking up to readjust my pillow. So when I wake up to readjust my pillow, I'm conscious now. I'm not asleep. When I wake up to readjust my pillow, bro, I turn the pillow and I turn on my stomach. Before I even lay down, before I even put my head down, I don't know what happened or how it happened. My eyes it's like I went through my eyes, bro, like a portal or something, and it made a noise. And I was somewhere else. It was nighttime where I went. And I was literally on another bed. Wasn't locked up or nothing. I don't know how that's what made me even more aware, like it's more to this, bro. Cause ain't no way how the fuck that happened. It's more to this, you know what I'm saying? I don't know how that happened. You know what I'm saying? Then another time, I was meditating for a long time this time, and my brain made this vibrating noise. It was like woo, and it did it twice, and it kind of scared me. It didn't hurt or nothing. It just I wasn't used to it, so I got up out of there. You know what I'm saying? So that one made me seek more. But all this, I had them find out about Malachi by then. Because me and another dude were talking, he was like, yeah. Another dude said something about Malachi. I wasn't that bad. I don't know if it was true or not, but he was like, oh, yeah, well, hey, boy, that dude there, but they said they found him floating over the bed count time. And on such. So we laughing about it, like, damn, but I want to goddamn, I want to find out how to, I want to do it too. He beat gravity. I'm trying to beat gravity too. That's how we talking. So that one made me want to know more about Dr. Malachi York. And the more I found out about him, I found out who he is for real. So that's what made me get real serious. And I'm going to tell you this right here, Faye. I be sitting right here. No lie. I be sitting right here in this chair. Well, not recently. I be sitting in that chair. I don't listen to your music. I don't listen to everybody else's music too. I'm sitting in that chair. This even after I be on some of your live and you like, all right, after 12 o'clock, everybody who's smoking the weed, put the weed down. Everybody who's smoking a cigarette, put the cigarette down. Stop drinking the liquor. Boom. And my intentions would be so good, bro. I had to question myself, like, why are you being disagreeable, bro? You feel that way because you don't want to do this. You don't want to be disagreeable, bro. That's why you feel that way. That's why you feel guilty. That's why you feel like you're being watched. I'm going to tell you what I be doing. I be sitting right there smoking. smoking a cigarette. Next thing I know, first thing popping in my, I can't even enjoy the damn cigarette. First thing popping in my head, uh, what you said on your live. I put the cigarette down, put the weed down. I hear Dr. York. Next puff, I hear Dr. York. You want to smoke cigarettes? You want to drink alcohol? Like then every puff, it's something new. I hear Ty, and that vape, boom, he threw it down. I'm like, I can't even enjoy the shit no more. So I'm feeling guilty. You know what I'm saying? That's what the weed. You know, I drunk some damn beer. Young as I am drinking beer, I kept feeling guilty, bro. Son, early in the morning, I'm like, okay, I'm through smoking tonight. I'm through smoking. It's over with. Prostrate to the ground. I'm calling on y'all Newman and everything. I'm like, I'm through smoking. Boom. Next morning, I wake up. I'm trying to beat the sun before it come up over here and smoke a damn cigarette. And next thing I know, the sun shine on me. I'm trying to hide from it. Like, bro, you still being seen, bro. You know you being seen regardless, so you need to just stop. So I stopped all that shit, bro. I finally broke loose from that shit. I never been on a 7-day fast. I broke loose from that shit. 7-day fast. Right now I'm going 14 days. I've been on the honey. That's it. Water honey. I drank some turmeric water. With some clothes in it. I drank that. But I ain't ate no food. I mean I weak at first. Now I feel good. I'm straight. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna take your word because I know.
You know what it's called? And this will irritate a lot of beings all over. You know what it's called, what you just did? That's called a testimony.
Testimony.
That's called a testimony. And what's missing out here in this realm is the testimony. A lot of people are claiming this and saying this and wear these crystals or put this herb in your body and da 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 da. You don't hear testimonies that aren't attached to just a person. They're attached to actual change. I didn't stand over you. I ain't lock you up in no rehab facilitation or facility. I spoke to you. And you're telling me that the word that came through convicted you. And then you shifted and you had to stop because even when you attempted to be disagreeable, you had another voice activated in you, not mine. Another voice of your own activated in you and said, you know you don't want to be disagreeable. Yeah. This is why this is let me tell you the science. This is why they are afraid of us. And more importantly, this is why they are afraid of Malachi. Because when he speaks, it reaches into your being. It changes your genetic structure around. You know, your tendencies are based on your genes. That if you got the tendency, you say, I'm drinking beer young as I am, you don't know how many ancestors you have that drank beer. When you try to figure out why you smoking a cigarette, you got ancestors that smoke cigarettes. When you try to figure out why you chasing tail, you got ancestors that chase tail. So everything you dealing with that you think is just yourself, like Malachi explained, you got 30 spirits, right?
30 spirits. We went over that in class.
Okay. You got 27 to 29 other ones, depending on whether or not your mother and your father is in the land of the living. And then you got you. And I explain to people, look at that word spirit. People keep talking about spiritual warfare. And I'm looking at them, I said, they're losing, and they don't know they're losing. Because they don't know you're speaking of genetics. It ain't talking about some ghost floating around. That same spirit, that same Gazuth, that same winding, twisting, coil, whatever they want to call it, occurrence is happening in you through DNA that's unraveling daily and responding to the shit that's happening around you and responding to my voice right now. You see? So you didn't just hear me and be like, let me just listen to what the man say and let me go out and regurgitate what he say. Or what's worse is a lot of people hear me and they like the style. They paying attention to people that are in the comments. They say, they rock with this man. Let me do what he's doing. They're not understanding that it comes with an entire background, middle ground, foreground that you're not thinking about. And you just want to replicate whatever first page image or impression that you got of me without doing the work that's required to be able to actually reach people. Because if, let's say like this, if somebody hears somebody yelling out a command, go to bed, right? Go to bed. They say, I like that command, but you don't have the bass in your voice. I like what happened when they said go to bed and everybody went to bed. But you don't got the bass in your voice. You don't have the authoritative figure essence that's associated with yourself. So you walk in and say, go to bed. Go to bed. And don't nobody go to bed. And you get mad at the person that's being able to say, go to bed, because they got the bass in their voice. You get what I'm saying?
I feel you.
I'll use an analogy or a parable. The point that I'm saying, you look out here, you see a lot of people saying this, that, and the third without the bass in their voice, without the authority, and without the action and the discipline behind it. You gave a testimony. And you want to know who you didn't forget? Malachi.
Dr. Malachi Yard. I can't forget him.
You went backwards to, look what I'm saying. You went backwards to go forward. You went to my voice, and then you went to his. His voice is the reason why my voice is here. You went backwards to go forward. So how deep are people that the extension has to reach in to grab them? Malachi been here and is still here. And his voice been out here. And his voice reached you actually before mine. You knew about him before me, before 1440 time. Then there was some type of genetic activation in what you say. You say after a while you stop. Family. That just means the gene went dormant. It didn't disappear. It means the activation went dormant for a while. It didn't disappear. So now you get back over here and you say, you know what, I'm hearing this. Let me see what he's saying. I want you to look at this. Why does it matter what the fuck I said? There's plenty of people that have told you to fast. There's plenty of people that have said, put down a cigarette, don't smoke. We grew up with commercials telling us don't smoke. There's plenty of people saying, you know what I'm saying, why is you drinking beer? Da 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 da, whoop the whoop. Okay, cool. Why you listening to what I said?
You asking me?
It ain't. I'm gonna tell you that you can say whatever it is. Matter of fact, let's switch it. You tell me.
Because it's like, all right, the way you delivered it, and you had, I'm trying to put the word, I'm putting the word with it. You had like, you had meaning behind it. Of course, a person see me smoking, be like, you too young to be smoking, put it down. And you be like, man, and you keep going. But when you put the meaning behind it, like what it's actually doing to you, what it's taking from you. And then I didn't know nothing about the disagreeable and the agreeable, the 180 and the one. I didn't know about that. You know what I'm saying?
Look, let me stand there with you. I don't talk about what smoking does to you.
But Dr. York, he said, like, you ain't have to say it. You already said it, but he said it too.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, and Ty said it, so I'm like, man, you fucking up.
Nah. Ty don't talk about what smoking does to you. Malachi didn't speak about what smoking does to you on them classes. He said you will hit the cigarette every time you decide to do that. That's a disagreeable part of yourself activated, and you choosing that part of the will over the other part of the will. When you start breaking it down to the Caribbean and in a seraphim. Now that's not me saying he never taught about put down a cigarette, put down. You get what I'm saying? We done with that. I ain't have dissertations. I ain't email you no whole list of facts you need to know.
You ain't saying nothing. Actually, I just took heed to what you were saying in all your stuff, and and your cartoon childhood. I watch that all the time too. Even in that, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like all this stuff was. It's like I feel like a child again, going through this, but at the same time, like I'm still hurting, bro. Because like I ain't gonna say still hurting. It's like it's a lot I got to find out and know. And I feel good actually right now. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, I feel light. You know what I'm saying? Breathe a little better. You know what I'm saying? I've been being extra clean, keeping my nails and stuff clean. I mean, cut. I got to cut them again, but it's a lot of things like Miss Bati, like with Woo Wop. It's not just something that you just do. It's the way of life. Period. That's how I'm looking at it. So you got to dedicate your whole entire life to this because the life that we've been given. I'm just saying for me. You know what I'm saying? This ain't no regurgitated. The life that we've been given or chose or that we see everybody doing is not what it is, but it's not what it is, and it's kind of hard for people to break from that because it's all they know. You can't explain nothing other than this right here to them. But I'm one of the ones that went through things and experienced certain things. Like, boy, hell no, but it more to it, but I can't do it. And I came across Doc. I came across Pop. I'm like, man, this is what I'm rocking with, bro. Cause I never in my life seen when I got them scrolls from dude. He got the picture, he got the pictures, he got the documents, he got everything in. I'm like, oh, it had me geeked up. And like he said on YouTube, when you get them books, it got some type of magic spell. It make you want to keep going. I'm somebody I seen this after I read the book. I'm like, he telling the truth, boy. Cause when I seen them books and I read them scroll, I'm like, well,
You say they got some magic power in them.
I got to have more. That's what I kept saying. My counselor wouldn't give me none. My folk wouldn't mail me none. Ain't nobody got time to do nothing. So the only thing I can do is ask people, have you ever heard of Doc? Have you ever heard of Doc? You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that right there. But now that I came across you, I look at all your stuff. I sit down. I pay attention. And I'm like, damn. I ain't calling no name. I knew some people that was so-called in the country community because that was something new to me too. I'm just being honest. That was something new to me. It was new information. I'm first getting out of prison. Still got to learn how to work this phone and shit. First getting out of prison. I'm seeing this stuff, certain people, and I'm like, oh man, that makes sense. Oh, that sound good. Just because it sound good, a nigga take it and run with it and tell somebody else that shit. That's the regurgitate shit you would talking about that what I was doing, but I wasn't aware. But I know I was aware of not knowing exactly if that was the truth. It just sounded good. But now when the truth, when the real truth come and flush that shit out, that's a whole different story. Now I'm trying to now I'm working on the way I speak. Now I'm working on the way I deal with people, the way I deal with myself, the way I see things. I'm taking in new information. It's like a child going to school, relearning all over again, and it's not too much time. I understand now. It's not too much time left. You know what I'm saying? Let's say the seconds on the clock. I ain't tell you, man. I'm trying to get on the court and get me some points in before it's over with. I ain't trying to go through. I ain't feeling this shit no more, bro. I'm not feeling it, bro. I'm not with none of this shit. None of this stuff was going on. I've been out of tune for a long time. My soul. I used to be in the room talking to myself. I'd be like, okay, mind, body, and soul, bro. I'm like, that's your trinity. This is the stuff I was saying to myself. This is your trinity, mind, body, and soul. Work out, meditate, so you can exercise the inner self of you, and eat healthy. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm doing every day. That's what I'm doing to myself. And I was trying to build. And when I actually see a whole progression of people that's actually fighting for the cause of Malachi, that made me even more happy. I'm like, oh man, there's other people like me. There's other people that are doing this. But I'm not knowing about the green light. I'm not knowing about the amber light. Ain't nobody talking about this stuff. So now I'm quiet. I'm like, oh man. Because I remember I learned about the chakras. I'm like, okay, these are the color of the chakras. All right. Boom. I'm like, okay. I'm telling it to myself. I'm like, boy, I got to be in the green now. I ain't in the red no more because I ain't doing no jacking. I ain't doing none of that. You know what I'm saying? But not knowing is more to that. You got to really put in the work, and I'm learning how to put the work in now. That's what I'm doing. I didn't know about this stuff, so now that I'm learning about it, it's like it's not scary. Just like you better get serious while you got to change. You better tighten the fuck up and tighten up fast. You know what I'm saying? Cause things is moving.
You who he talking about? You who he saying when he was saying it was gonna be new beings that was coming, new beings, new beings that were gonna be coming. That weren't just gonna be faithful. They were gonna be true. And it was people that hadn't even touched them books yet. Back in the day, a lot of people thought, oh, we the one. Like just like you. Oh, you got a whole group of people out here, millions of people that want this information. They seeking it. And not just the information, the beneath information, the information, the affirmation. They want the formulas. They want the blueprints. They want all of that. And people are seeking it, and it's a war. You've been on your way here. You've been on your way here. It was just so many buffers in the way. You was on your way here 13 years ago. And somebody came and grabbed you and said, let's go over here to the basketball court. And when y'all went to the basketball court and got into the shit that y'all got into, it left a blemish. So then you had to revert. And then you was on your way for a while. And then you got into some more shit. And you didn't know that the shit that you got into, you was ushered into. Because you was that one little block you was finna walk to get to where you were going. And you saying what you saying, and you saying Shawty, you were like, I'm gonna see if I can fuck with her. You went to go fuck with her, but they put her right there. And then she wasted a lot of your time. You see what I'm saying? But that was her job. Her job was to waste a lot of your time. Then you realize, I got to get the fuck away from her. And when you got the fuck away from her, it happened to be a pivotal point in your life where shit started to what you thought break down. You thought you were fucked up. But then while you thought you were fucked up, get what was being introduced to you? Malachi. Right knowledge. Boom. So you like, is anybody else experiencing this genetic activation? Is anybody else experiencing what happened when I listened to Malachi? Is anybody else experiencing, you know what I mean, what's going on internally, that all this shit in my life starting to finally make sense just based off of his Malachi being whoever this is? So you start looking for people. That's why you got excited when you found what you call in the progression. And I want to tell you something, so stay with me. You started looking for people that were aligning with you, not spiritually, genetically, right? You were looking for family, okay? And a lot of people around that even you grew up around, you started coming to realization, didn't you? You said, these ain't my family. And it didn't make sense to you, and you ain't really want to vocalize that because if you thought it wouldn't be taken the right way when you trying to explain to people around you, you ain't my family, even though you grew up with them. But you start paying attention to the shit they do. It started being louder. All the little slide comments and shit, the stuff you probably would have let slide, you could hear it louder now. The people that was around, the little friend groups that was trying to survive and be around you because they found it interesting what you were doing, but they didn't really want to do what you was doing. You start realizing I can't be around them. So you were shaking pieces off of you. Next thing you knew, the buffers that would have been stronger before you made that decision to start shaking the people off of you, they weren't that strong. So you start peeping game. Before some shit pop off that's supposed to deter you or lead you to the off plane, you start realizing it before it even came. So I already know why you here. You here to distract me. Or I already know what this nigga finna do. This nigga trying to snake me. So you start backing up from everybody. That made room. You needed room. If you ain't have room from that isolation from the rest of these demons who don't know that they demons because they NPCs programmed to be that. So they don't even if you call them demons, their mind ain't even gonna wrap around what that actually means. If you call them devils, their mind ain't gonna wrap around what that actually means because in their mind, they doing exactly what they supposed to do. In Judas's mind in the story, he doing exactly what he's supposed to do. In the nigga mind in the story, who trying to get the money because the nigga to put a hit out on him, he just do that, do the job to get the money. He thinking he doing exactly what he's supposed to do, and this how shit supposed to go. Not knowing that each and every body has a role and they could shift their role like you did based off of the decisions that they make. My point is, you still made it through all them buffers. And you sitting here on this live talking to me because you fought. You didn't get here easily, and you know that. You had to fight. And the biggest enemy that you had, you found out it was yourself. Because after a while, you became you bigger than everybody. Can't nobody fuck with you. But then if you still punching yourself in the face, what good is that? Can't nobody touch you except you. Well, then if you got the hand that burns, what good is that? You start realizing that. This is where people get stuck. You want to know what they do? They deflect. When they realize it's them in that mirror, they deflect. And they go right back to blaming NPCs. You trying to blame the people on the sidewalk in GTA for how the fuck you drive.
Yeah.
How you drive. They can't do shit except respond when you walk up. They don't even exist before you get around them. You trying to hold them accountable for what the playable character is responsible for. It doesn't make sense. And you wouldn't have been able to hear what I'm saying 6, 7, 8, 9 years ago. You can only hear it now because it's time for you to hear it now. Not everybody is a playable character. Not everybody is being initiated. Only a few people will ever know this. When you hear me talking about, yeah, we can reach the masses, listen to me and hear me closely. I am not stupid. It will not be the masses. We have to reach the masses to reach you. We may come looking for one being out of 144,000. And we know the science of 12 times 12 and how many tribes done broke off and everybody, we to this, we to that. Got niggas standing on the sidewalk screaming at people, say, we got, we this, it's da 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 da. And we ain't looking for none of y'all. None of you being initiated. You know how you being initiated? You break away from the crowd and we send you to the mountaintop. Nigga, we don't give a damn about you yelling and screaming and trying to put on and look the part, dress like Power Rangers and put on the arm tweed. Nope. That's how we identify the fakers. You know, a lot of people won't be able to hear what I'm saying, right? We identify I don't see you. Where your copper at? Where are your crystals at? Where the little copper spinning around on your eye? Where your feathers at? Now you sitting here with a skull cap on and a hoodie. Yet I would work with you before I work with the motherfucker that's trying to look like Bambi, them cousin from the nature preserve. You get what I'm saying? We're not looking for the ones that put on, because we see past that. Not everybody being initiated. You're going through an initiation. And the only reason why I have the authority to tell you that you're going through an initiation is because I've been going through an initiation. And I didn't know I was going through an initiation until somebody who had the authority to tell me I was going through the initiation, because they were going through the initiation, came and told me you're going through the initiation. Let me tell you something. After I tell you this, it's going to all start making more sense. You've been initiated. And I'm looking in your eyes and I'm telling you, you've been initiated. I ain't never told nobody on this live, yo, you going through your initiation. This is your initiation. And not saying it how I'm saying it. If I ever spoke to people about initiation, I did a whole thing, say, look, we got a Supreme Being initiation program. Everybody come here, man, the chances are that none of them are who I'm talking to. The messages that get to certain people are for certain people only. And you got on here not to talk to me and ask me questions. You got on here to be told that you are of the few. The few. Which means you can't underestimate what you about to do. You about to blow past a lot of people. You gonna take it serious. Most people that's touching this stuff, they don't take it serious. Look at the word I'm saying. They don't take it serious. You're gonna look at yourself, right? Let me tell you something. Go and study pharaohs. Go study images of pharaohs and then look at yourself again, and you won't be able to unsee it. As a matter of fact, a few people just got their eyes peeled back to be able to see you. We look a certain way. We deal with things a certain way. Masters of our own reality do things differently than others. You have a background that you holding back. Let me tell you something. You don't got to tell nobody what it is. But you are holding back. You show up like not the wolf in sheep clothing, not how they put it, but you do show up like the wolf in sheep clothing. You show up like the one who is humble and not powerless, but you won't cause no harm. In all actuality, you have the ability to cause a lot of harm. You want to know what that is? A warrior. Michael and his angels versus Shaitan and his angels. We wasn't no hoes. We wasn't no bitches. We knew how to fight. We knew what was going on from the beginning, that this is a war. So you want to know why you got to make sure that you going through conditioning right now. You fasting. You think I told you to fast? I can't tell you nothing.
I ain't telling you fast. I felt it. Some said you better do it.
See,
Man.
now
Do it that,
explain
nigga.
that. Explain
Do
what
it
you
that.
mean when you say I felt it. Explain it. Put it in words.
I was like, nigga, do or die. I just felt, it got real heavy. It got heavy on me, bro, because I was doing wrong. Like, man, what you gonna be disagreeable? You gonna be agreeable, bro? Yes or no? You know what I'm saying? And I felt it in my heart, my chest, and my body. And son said, boy, your ass better tighten up and do or die, nigga. What you gonna do? You gonna die? You gonna
You
do?
see how you said that? You see how you said some said?
Yeah.
Yeah, you going through initiation. Cause you what said? What said it? Remember this moment, because you ain't gonna be able to go back. What said that? Some said. Why you didn't say, I thought to myself? What said that?
I don't know. But
There
it
you
was
go.
something.
Now
I
you
don't
about
know.
to know. Now you about to know. So don't get mad at me. Don't get mad at me. I ain't talking about on this live. Don't worry. But don't get mad at me if, you know what I mean, and when you start seeing things popping off around you. Notice I'm saying around you. And now you have to make certain decisions to move and da-da-da-da. Don't get mad at me because they'll lift you up real quick once you start having certain moments like these, a realization. It's called a eureka. This is where you find gold. You see that? You having a eureka moment. You said something said, nigga, it's do or die. Right? Go listen to my song Do or Die back in 2019.
I didn't know you had a song called Do or Die.
Exactly. Go listen to the song though, and it's gonna make more sense. You see, not everybody is on a mission, fam. Some people just want something to do. You know how many people were around Malachi? A lot. You know how many people still with him? A little. He said when all this over, it will be enough for y'all to fit in a Volkswagen. People try to debate over which Volkswagen, even myself. So which Volkswagen? You want to know what the point is? It's a Volkswagen. That's not a lot of people. We trying to still find room for motherfuckers. So maybe it's an SUV. Nigga, make sure you in the car. Make sure you in the car. You got your shoes on right now?
I got these on.
You see, you know what would have been explosive? If you took your shoes off. So you can hear what I'm saying. And put your feet down on the ground. And not just put them on the ground, dig your toes in. So you can hear what I'm saying. Make sure you in the car. Don't get distracted from none of this. None of this is real. We playing a game. It's not real. Make sure you in that car. At certain points of time, you'll watch the movie Matrix, and you'll see Neo or Trinity or any of the incarnates go to a telephone booth, and they'll grab the phone. And what happened when they grab the phone?
They go through their phone. Oh, they go through the phone.
Oh, pick up the phone, right? ET phone home. That phone was a vehicle or a portal or a vortex. Everybody running their mouth. They're not paying attention to the time, the clock. Let me give you an example. One of the Sabian sisters came in and asked us in our language, in Misbatia, right? The living language of Nuwapic, the living language of Sabbatic, however you want to say it, the language that Malachi has been introducing and explaining about and teaching about. She asked us in it, she said, what is the sun? I promise you, nobody knows that was a test. That whole room full of people that was trying to come in only after I responded to her, they don't know that was a test. Because the sister came in and asked, not how do you spell this, or not how many elders do this. She said, what is the sun? She said, is it a being? Is it this? Da, 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 da. And I was explaining to her with my response. I said, well, truly, we do not know. This is what we can attest to. We can attest to Rezuku, right? Morzaku, the one that provides. We can attest to the fact that the sun, Shemesh, is a provider, right? We can attest to the fact if we out there and it's cold and then the sun comes out, we feel a healing sensation, right? A warmth. We can attest to the fact that if we're feeling bad, sick, got a cold, literally, we can lay out in the grass in the sun and feel better. You see that? We can attest to the fact that if we plant seed and water it, the sun helps our crops grow. So we will be provided with food, sustenance, nutrients. You with me so far?
I'm with you.
Any of this sound spooky?
Nah.
Okay. You want to know what happened after I was explaining to her? I said, now here's what I think. I said, I think that it's well, we don't have, not that I know of, a word for gear in the language. So I might have used the word mukat for like a clock thing, like shaya, or a thing of a clock. Right? You with me so far?
I'm with you.
So it's a piece of a clock or a thing of a clock, however I expressed it. I was attempting to say a gear, that I think it's a gear. And I think it has something to do with the time. You watch this movie, Dark Crystal, and you watch the movie He-Man, something about the universe. He-Man, something with the universe, right? But more specifically, Dark Crystal. But either one of them taught you about the universe. But in Dark Crystal, you look at the solar system, and they were saying it was a clock, like gears turning, right? So I said,
Right.
that's what I think. Notice what I'm saying. I think it is that. I don't know for sure. Either way, what I mean by making sure you're in the car is when you see everybody walking and wandering off, don't follow. When you see this progression, remember I told you I was going to talk to you about that. A lot of people have been bringing it up lately. So I want to be closer to this. I want y'all to like hear me real clearly. 90% of the people that you see around are not with me. And I know they're not with me. They're placeholders. 90% of the people that you see around aren't with me. They're placeholders. They're here to hold space and wait for their moment in time to attempt to activate against the plans. But they don't know the plans aren't mine. When I say it's all in the plan, I didn't say it's all in my plan. Right? So they're what you call NPCs and attempting to associate themselves with the ascension, not go through the ascension. It's like they're going to try to jump onto the sham and hold on to it when it flies. The desperation. They're going to attempt to jump onto the sham and will be incinerated, whilst others who went through the actual ascension process walk into it to be cloaked. If we say you have to go through the sun, your body can't do that. However, let's say it like this. You saw the movie Elio?
I was trying to look at it, but I don't know how to look at the video. I tell you, I gotta learn how to work this phone.
Okay. Oh, you can message me. I'll show you how to get to the movie. Right? Elio. Watch the movie. In the movie, there's a scene where there's some heat coming through a furnace, some lava, some whatever the fuck it was. And the little boy would have been incinerated, would have been consumed by the fire. But he had to jump into the mouth of the creature that was able to protect him because he wasn't affected by the fire. You get what I'm saying? So think of that creature as the sham, the ship. When you're in the ship, you can be protected as it journeys through the sun. When the boy was in the creature, he was protected from the fire. But you can't hold on to the creature as it moves through the fire because you will still be burned. I'm explaining to you is you can't grab the wheel of the vehicle. You can't jump onto the roof of the car. You can't try to tie yourself to the bumper. All things outside that vehicle will be destroyed. You get me?
I understand.
It's like I'm going to attach myself to this car. I'm going to tie this rope around the bumper. And I know I ain't no room for me, but I'm going to hold on to the back of it. And the car going to take off. And when the car take off, I'm going to be able to make it. But the car is going 100 miles per hour on the highway. You won't survive. You make sure you're in the car. Don't look at this progression that you think is a progression. It's an interesting word you're saying. Of people that's claiming that they fighting for the master. Don't look at them and think that's your family. Don't look at them and think that. Because I grew up with people who screamed to the top of their lungs that they cared about the master. Malachi was talking to a group of people saying, y'all gonna betray me, y'all gonna turn on me. And one of the main ones stood up and was like, I'll never turn on you. Da-da-da-da. You crazy? I'm with you to the death. Woulda. That person was Habiba Washington, Abigail. They'll be right there around you. They'll witness the miracles. They'll see everything, and they'll still turn on you. So you say, why would people turn? What would be the purpose of that? If we all ascending and we all figuring out, not everybody's here for why you here, bro. You've been initiated. You will never have to read no book to find out what I just told you. They about to show you. That's why I say, don't get mad at me. Because once you hit that point, that crossroad of being told that, how old are you?
33.
Okay. Once you hit that part, that point in the crossroad of being told that, it's on. Now you're gonna see everything different. That don't mean you look down on people, none of that. But I'm just telling you, if you see, the pastor say, and we don't need to be out here at the strip club, what, and then you run into pastor at the strip club, you don't got to do him no dirt. Just look him in his eyes and just know. And then every replica of what that pastor is will pop up that same way. You see? So you could still be around and see the pastor and know this motherfucker was just at the strip club. So then how true are you to what you're saying? I'm just giving you an example. You got people that are around that are speaking the language. You got people that are around saying Rahubat. You got people that are not around that think they're around speaking the language saying Rahubat. We just had a situation recently. Some people broke off, like, don't get it twisted. I'm still living Nuwapu. It's gonna be me for life. Da da da. You want to know why they were saying that? Because they were by themselves when they walked out. They were by themselves when they broke away. And then what happens? Some other situations pop off and some other people want to break away. And now they feel like they're in good company. Now they can say what they really want to say. And they came out to attack the master teacher. You see that? How they really felt from the beginning. So let me give you this piece before we get up out of here. You want to know who you came for?
Yeah, I want to know.
You can't fool a Nuwapian. What you'll be able to do is watch. I don't know if you gonna be around. You coming for the Operation Resurrection?
I really want to. I can't make it, bro.
Why?
I can't make it. First of all, I ain't got no ride. Then I ain't got no money. You know what I'm saying?
Why would you let that be the reason? So yeah, I'm gonna have to hand you this. You can go ahead, open your hand. I gotta hand you this. You can't never let that be the reason. You can't never let money be the reason. You can't never let transportation be the reason. None of that's real. Where you stay at? What state you in?
I'm in Georgia. I'm in Albany.
You in Georgia, nigga. Talking about you ain't got no nigga. It's in Georgia.
I ain't gonna lie. It might sound crazy. I thought about riding a bike. I thought about riding a damn bike. So I'm like, boy, I gotta
So
get
what you
that,
talking
bro.
about? What are you talking about? They literally just made it easier for you. Because it would have been a whole different challenge you would have had to go through. You would have said you was out in damn Florida somewhere or New York. Nigga, you down the street talking about you don't know whether or not you're going to make it because you don't have a car and some money.
All right, what's the date is I'm finna figure out a way.
There
December
you go.
9th.
There you go.
I'm finna figure out a way.
You see what you said? I'm going to figure out a way. Bro, you don't have to give me no money. I'm talking to you. Now, figure it out.
All right, word.
Figure it out. Because you can't let that ever, what are y'all all right? Well, I know you're all right, because it's like, you have to be here to have this conversation, and I got to say it how I'm saying it to you. Are you out of your mind?
Nah, you right. You know what I'm saying? I can figure it out. I'm gonna figure it out.
You want to know what I saw? I asked you, and you start looking to the left and to the right. So I don't know. What you mean you don't know? What are you saying? Okay. It's always a decision. So I'm glad I was able to say that to you, because I don't know why you would have let Albany be the reason you can't get to damn Atlanta. They next door neighbors.
Yeah, and I stayed up there, what, 4 years too. I went to a school called Kip Achieve Academy. It was another one, Kip South Force and Kip Wade. I stayed there 4 years in
You
Canterville
SBI?
and all that. Huh?
Are you SBI?
SBI, what's that?
Okay. Rod, get in touch with bro so he can start moving and because everything you talking about you doing and wanting to work on, that's happening with a group of beings that are aligning themselves, a group of brothers that are aligning themselves. So it's not saying that you have to join no group. I'm just saying if you wanted to look into a community of people that are doing specifically what you're talking about and working on themselves, and they know there's a timeline that they have to be able to shift in time, and they know that there's a urgency associated with that shifting, then I'm gonna have one of the brothers get in touch with you, brother named Gerard. He'll get in touch with you and show you how we moving. I don't know why I thought that's probably why I thought you was SBI, because you're moving like SBI right now. You need to be on point then. You need to be ready too. I don't know how your circles is in your life. You ascending faster than what people think. I saw you on a few of these lives. You know, I pay attention.
I
So
know.
I don't remember who it was. CBR Reality. I saw that one. I saw a few things.
Oh,
So
and Azul Benny, look, when I came across more of the information that about Dr. York and you and Ty, I went and talk. I went to DM that man. We talked. I said, man, delete that shit. Take that shit down. Take all that shit down. That shit ain't right. I don't want to mislead nobody. If that's what you talking about.
I didn't know you said take it down, but I did see it. Yeah, for sure.
I told that man,
What
take that. You can ask him. I said, man, take that shit down, bro. Right now. He's out Instagram, like, both on Instagram and YouTube. That shit ain't right. That would
boom,
regurgitate the shit I was talking about. Now when I start paying more attention, like I need to tighten up. Yeah.
boom. Yeah, you see how you say you need to tighten up. So even before you start jumping out to be a teacher, because you can always be a teacher, make sure you got you right. You know what I mean? Figure out the wisdom part. A lot of people got the regurgitate part. They don't have the wisdom. Figure out the wisdom part. Wisdom is all about application. The whole point of reason or why you would give somebody wisdom is so they can apply it. A lot of people just want to memorize information and sound deep. That's not what this is, and we'll allow them to do that. But this is different. This is an entire war. Remember, Malachi said we had many wars against Azazilla before.
Yeah.
This is an entire war. So I don't see. Yeah, you got everything you're doing is you moving in the right direction. I'm just saying. I'm hearing it again. Get ready because there are people that you think are close. They're not. When you start activating from this part of the journey on forward, some people not gonna like it, and I don't want to speak negatively. I'll just say, how about this? Be ready just in case people around are triggered by your ascension.
I mean, it's already slick been going on, honestly. But I don't let it bother me. But it may intensify, and I'm being that I'm prepared for it, it's not gonna bother me. You know what I'm saying?
Boom, boom. Well, then just be ready. You doing the right thing by staying in the doctrine and reading the books and applying it. Then you need to be able to draw the fine line between what's actual, real application and what isn't, right? So you don't know whether or not risk is a real place. You don't know whether or not SIP2 is a real place or a secret code word. You know what I'm saying? So when you ever step into the teaching realm of things, don't say things you don't know. You see what I'm explaining to you? If you don't know that, don't speak on that. Also, there's going to be a Holy Spirit, so to speak, that's going to start charging up in you. When you start activating certain parts of yourself, parts of your being, Holy Spirit going to activate and charge up in you. Don't mistake yourself for the Holy Spirit. That happens and people fall. They start thinking, I'm Malachi now. You know what? I'm going to take this further. You know what? I'm one of the 23 scientists and elders that created the cosmos. They can't just change and transform and show people how. They have to be an interdimensional, incarnated Elamuta Jessida in order for them to move forward because it helps their ego and the glory. And they want that part. Don't fall for that. No matter
No.
how powerful, I don't give a damn if you do float. I don't care. If you float over your bed, keep it to yourself. Right? I'm telling you why. Because there's an order here. You ever seen where they say never outshine the master? One of the 48 laws of power? Okay, light ain't never meant good. When people start coming out and trying to do the shock value miracle work, right? They're not just bringing a negative attention to themselves. They're bringing a negative attention to the motion. And they start spookifying and mystifying what's actually real. This is real. This ain't a game. So if you able to grasp that, which I know you are, and family, what's about to open up for you, just be ready. And don't, like you said, it ain't gonna bother you. Even better. So I'm being led to say this again. You coming into the class, right? I pay attention. You coming into the class, you coming to the chats, all this other stuff. Listen, these women ain't on point. They're not on point. So I wouldn't advise you get with none of the women.
I ain't
You
focused
do what
on
you
it.
listen. Hold on. Listen what I'm saying. Cause I tell the sisters the same thing. They don't listen. Y'all do what y'all want to do. But the people that you think is gonna be around, they're not gonna be around. They trying to figure out whether or not they will be. Some of them, but these women ain't on point. And another thing is, as you progress, sometimes the women want to jump to the ones who they think have status around emotion. And that's not what they're supposed to do, but they do it anyway. The brothers jump to the women who they think are status in a different way, or whether or not they like them and whatever the reasons is. And then the sisters jump to, they want to be right next to the nigga that they think is the nigga, who is myself. This is not the mentality you need to have. That's for the little ones. The mentality you need to have is, family, I'm your fellow servant. When we standing there in that field or in the trenches, what the fuck is my chest poked out further than yours for? When we all at war. When you coming amongst the brothers, when we had, literally, I'm telling you in real time, this ain't theory. In real time, when the brothers showed up, wasn't no competition. The brothers showed up, wasn't no competition. All the brothers were together. You go look on my page and see we were dressed in the all black. And you go look at my page where we had the black with the red bow ties. No one brother trying to outshine no other brother. That's why I told them no jewelry, no other shit, all that makeshift shit. Everybody show up because we soldiers in the war. And you didn't see me hiding behind the sisters. You seen me right out there with my sword too. You see? So what I'm saying is, just in case them doors try to open, shut it down. Why? They distracted. The only way these sisters wouldn't be distracting or distractions is if they were willing to step into their real power, but they don't want to do it. Then they say we don't want to get the sisters power. Yes, we do. The sisters don't want to. They don't want to get over themselves. You see that? So no, off rip. You don't got to ask me. You don't got to come to me about no sister. I'm telling you no, off rip, but you do what you want. I'm not telling you you can't. I'm telling you, should none of them be coming to you. That's what they do. They come to the brothers, and then they say, go tell him. What do you mean, go tell him? You can speak to me about anything else. Why y'all can't say that this is going on? No, if it's a relationship, it need to be about moving forward. But that's because tasks need to be done. So you ain't gonna be able to make up the task. Why are y'all together? You see that? So don't get caught up in that. Don't get caught up in the mystical shit. And don't get caught up in thinking everybody that smiled in your face is your brother. Watch what I'm telling you. Attach it to what I'm about to give you. Solstice of 2026. See who lasts to the solstice. It's different points that have been given where I tell people, watch this point. I'll give them maybe a 9-day time period. Like when I did the 9 days of isolation, I said there are gonna be some people that ain't gonna be, they can't move forward because I've already been told. I'll tell you like this: something said that one ain't gonna make it. That one ain't gonna make it. That one ain't gonna make it. So instead of me calling them out by name and saying you ain't gonna make it, I'll say some people ain't gonna move forward. And then what I'll do is I'll have somebody come on and read something that has something to do with what they're gonna do, or I'll have somebody come on and read something that has something to do with what they're gonna do, or I'll ask this person, you know what I mean, yo, what you think about this? But I'll ask it in the setting of everybody being able to see it, or I'll write a letter to the family, which I did when I was in isolation, and I started naming certain people. I tell people to pay attention to certain tendencies. All right, so I'll tell you this: you don't need to be associated with this, that, and the third progression, none of that. You need to do what you're doing, because what I see you doing, the people that you think doing it over here in the progression ain't doing it. When you come around as elite. And every brother that's around need to be the same way. Every sister that's around need to be the same way. And you don't have to say anything when you peep it. But you gonna have eyes to be able to see who's amber and who's emerald. I'm telling you to save a little time too, because once you start attempting to explain who's emerald and amber, that's when the amber get irritated and activated against you, and you be having to deal with more problems than you would have to deal with if you just keep your mouth shut when you see it. But you're gonna see it. You're gonna peep game. You're like, these niggas ain't real. These people ain't real. And when you think it, you're gonna see me look right at you. And I'm gonna nod. Because I can hear you. And then we can keep doing whatever we're doing. But I'll look right at you and be like, yeah. He's like, nigga, that's right there next to you ain't real. Yeah, I know. He don't know I don't. He don't know I know yet. It's that type of game we playing. But why is that important for you to know? Because it's a beautiful thing that people look at. It's the glamour. It's the glitz. It's the appearance, right? Like the makeup of the movement. You know, people put lipstick on his movement. You know, people put lashes on his movement. You know, people put the little chalk shit that you do for the hairline at the barber. People put that on the movement. And everybody like, man, this movement is pretty. Nah, right? This shit is real, and real ain't pretty. You see? So when you looking and you seeing pretty, that ain't the real thing. Real is out there in that mud. When it's wartime, how many of y'all in here, women and brothers alike? How many of y'all think we need the prettiest soldiers out there on the field? Everybody making sure, you know what I mean, that they feet done, and you know what I mean, that they got their jewelry on, and they flashing and they putting that shit on. And we at war. You walk outside and you see these rappers, and they supposed to be the soldiers that protect us from whatever disagreeable forces is coming. You ain't even talking about niggas. This is a war against forces. You want to see them like gunning them with the rain boots and putting on, and you know what I mean, they pushing pee and all this shit? Or do you want to be able to see the brothers able to stand still? You with me? You need to watch this movie. I think it was called Rock Dog. You need to watch this movie Rock Dog. They put my dad's name in it. My dad named Bodie, right? The main character name is Bodie. You need to watch that movie. It came out a while ago.
Rock
Even when
Dog
it didn't
and
have. Go ahead.
I was saying not to cut the Zubini. Rock Dog and the Pharaohs, right?
You need to look into the Pharaohs. You need to watch the movie Rock Dog. And it was another movie I told you to watch. I can't remember it right now, but I told you to go back and look at it.
Elio.
Tall Tap. Yep. Elio. Watch the movie Elio. Watch the movie Rock Dog. Go back and look into the Pharaohs and study it. And listen, some of this stuff I need to say off live to you though, because some of this stuff I need to say off live, they're not gonna get it. Just do it like this, right? Just be ready to keep moving how you moving. Some people, I'll pull them close and be like, you stand right here next to me, right? Don't ever think that means this person is with me. I learned from the master, right? The master would grab the deepest, darkest enemy and put them right there next to him. They'll have a position or whatever the hell, but it's because he knows that there's a time limit for that being to be around. And if that time limit is cut short, the movement is affected earlier on than it has to be. And we only got but an X amount of time. So I would tell you, yo, move how you moving. Don't get caught up in the noise. These people want to be a part of something. It's got a lot of fan shit going on. And that's not what this is. And no matter how many times I tell them this, they don't get it. Move how you moving and lock in. Because you're going to want to be like brotherly and sisterly. Man, just lock in. You'll see what I'm saying. That's the best thing I can say. By June of this 26, this 6026 year, by June, you're going to be like, where's everybody at? Right? When I disappeared, when people thought I wasn't going to be at the gathering, all the brothers start backing out, say I ain't going to make it. And they think I didn't see that. All the brothers start backing out. I ain't gonna make it. Yo, I can't make it. Yo, I can't make it. Yo, I'm something coming up. Da. Woo. Cause they think I ain't gonna be there. That's backwards. If I'm not gonna be there, that would be more reason for all the brothers to be there to make sure that the sisters is protected. Why would you back out? They only came back. A lot of them start saying that they gonna figure it out when they saw me pop back up. And I'm not stupid. But that's not what is moving for real. It should be that, think about it. You look at them pictures, every brother is security. We don't have security. If you're around, you are security. And you're not security for me. So anybody think I got security, you don't know what's moving. I am my own security. What the fuck I need security for? I used to get offended when people say, you going over there, you might want to have security. I'm like, you think I'm carrying this big ass machine for like decoration?
Straight up.
Everybody around is security if you a brother. So why the fuck would the security say we can't make it? And the sisters is there on the land. Well, why when Malachi got locked up was brothers running and jumping over the fence when they came and raided the land? They don't want to tell y'all a lot of niggas ran. You try to say how it was only 4 brothers on the land? Because niggas ran. You see what I'm saying? So you have to move a different way. You don't move under nothing. You move right there, neck and neck. And anybody that got sense, go read my book, How to Speak Elite. I said, all y'all supposed to be elite. I don't want no fan shit going on. We all big. You touching something that by this time next year, ain't no telling who you are. You can't look at just who I am. Or a 1440 tie. Take 1440 tie as an example.
Yeah, what I'm doing.
No, look what I'm saying. Take 1440 tie as an example. 1440 tie was around for 2 years. Nobody knew who he was. He was around, meaning coming, like learning about, well, about 2 years. Learning about the information. You know what I'm saying? Coming to the events. You see, we did that song, Can't Stay Here. He's in a music video. They not paying attention. He been around. And then he did his part. He ain't finished. He did his part. He called on that name. And he blew up. You see? So when you looking at what you got going on, you see it from where you at. And you say, I'm learning this, learning that. Okay, who you going to be by this time next year? You could be bigger than every motherfucking body. And you just making sure that that shit ain't going to your head. Because I saw a lot of people, niggas got 50,000 followers and started handling me like I came into Nuwapu last year. I saw that happen in 2022. And they started dealing with me like I was underneath them. And then within the course of 3 months, I surpassed that whole circle of people. And then they started dealing with me like I was above them. I didn't want either one of those. Don't deal with me like I'm beneath you, and don't deal with me like I'm above you. You see that? Deal with me right here. God can't be in the middle of a war and then look back and see pupils dilated. You see? So I'm proud of you. I see you. You are seen. Remember when you said the sun? That was interesting. Let me tell you, I know you're a visionary too, because when you explain shit, you like, nigga, I woke up, flipped my pillow. You're a visionary. You didn't just say, and I had a sleep paralysis. Can you tell me about that? You went into the story and the details. You started explaining stuff. You see, Malachi speaks about that. You ask the person that, is the underachiever, the average person to explain the clock, and they just say, oh, yeah, it's a clock with some numbers on it. But then you ask the overachiever, say, oh, it's this type of clock is about 2 feet, 3 in height. It's got embroidery on it, da-da-da. You're a visionary. You see? That's who we need. People that have the ability to see the unseen. So you definitely got to know you're being watched. The moment you said, Malachi, not just you seeing it, everybody that's associated with helping you get up out of here was like, oh shit. They start going to the keyboard. Say, he woke. Yo, send him this, send him that. Send the book, send him that. Hey, slide him the phase 1 video in the reel. Let him hear 1440 time. Yo, oh shit. Tell him to do this thing over here. Here he come. Yo, tell him to fast. Tell him, hey nigga, tell him it's do or die. Type it's do or die. It's do or die. Send it to him. Click. And you like something said. Yo, you got a team that's around you that you don't know yet. You're gonna know them, and you're gonna know how many it is. There's a team around you that they can't really interact with you yet because you ain't there yet. But they've been interacting with you in different ways. Watch the Matrix movie again, the first one. Remember, it was a team, not just Morpheus. It was a team that was moving. I'm telling you, when you learn that they're there, just I'm not saying you're going to be fearful. Just don't be afraid. When you learn that they're, because they've been there. They've been there. We play games, and you know what I mean, show people certain things, and I step away out, and people be having experiences. I say, look, when I walk up on you, say the word, close your eyes, da-da-da-da, and it's a group of people, and then I walk away, and then everybody's saying the word out loud. Different people saying it at a different time, different people saying it on different sides of the circle. How y'all all saying it, and I've been over here this whole time. Who was walking up on y'all? When you start learning who with you and how many it is, They push things out your way now. They happy and excited, and then you will learn you have ancestry, meaning literally in your genes, that's gonna start activating. Like, oh shit, I can live now. You have a certain side of yourself that wants to be not just necessarily in the gym, in shape. Optimally, it wants to run. You see, that gene ain't able to run and be active while you over here chilling. And like you said, you would sit in that seat because somebody or something in your genes was trying to sell you that this is where you go. You go here, you sit here. You see, and you smoke this, and you be quiet because we don't need you reaching this nigga that we see in this code somewhere along the line called Phase One, who we've attempted to buffer everybody away from. Because why? They locked up Malachi. They didn't shut him down. They can't. They locked him away, the physical avatar, because of how many beings were able to move and get stuff done from his perceptibility as a transmitter. So you found me when they didn't know I was coming. I was 3 when they locked him up. So they thought it was over. They literally said, that's it. After Malachi, it's over. They thought if they lock him up, then you'll have a bunch of people try to do what Nature Boy and the rest of them do. And all they got to do is just shut it down every time and show people how bizarre it is to make this look like it's some cult shit that took place and then that's over with. They didn't calculate the 3-year-old that was 3 when they locked him up. They didn't calculate me. And I'm telling you that X amount of time from now, you stay where you are, which is the center, literally right now. That's why you can hear me. They didn't calculate you. And it's a lot of y'all on here that have the ability to be a part of that conversation I'm saying. He said, even when it came to the music, I'll leave you with this. Don't be the only rapper. I don't know if you do music. You do music?
Why glitch, bro? You hear me?
You said what?
I don't know why them motherfuckers. Yeah. I do a little music.
Okay. Malachi told me don't be the only one out here doing that, the music. You with me? So we got more people that's coming with that. Either way, I know we're supposed to be on here for an hour. The points have been made. I'm seeing that you have something to do. You have objectives now that can aid and assist in you transforming further. I want you to know that it's real. As real as you're seeing it to be, it is real. You're not by yourself. There are a few of us going through it in different ways. When you be having these questions and all of that and still trying to figure it out, where I am now, I'm still being initiated. So don't get it like, oh, I done figured it all out. No, I'm still going through things and they still sending me stuff. I'm still having occurrences where it won't make sense because nobody can answer it. You have to answer it for yourself. Sometimes it'll happen like that. Yeah, he said, why glitch? That was powerful that way. And whatever happened with this one, a lot of stuff was open. And it ain't just him that I was talking to. So there's a few of y'all that I'm speaking to. A few of y'all. And some of y'all may be feeling convicted with some of the things that's being said. That's good. That's good. Because the feeling protecting age is over. We can't protect your feelings anymore. That age is over. The trying to hold on to Omari to transform through me, it won't be able to happen. So I advise everybody to start getting their resolutions together for your new year. I advise you when people say January 1st isn't the new year, I advise you to put your fingers in your ear right now and don't listen to them because every year they miss it and they try to figure out how we keep moving and they keep getting left behind. Every year they miss the conscious explosion, but there's a network of minds that have a reset. There's a global reset yearly. Everybody talk about the global reset 2020, There's a annual global reset that takes place in the mental plane. And people at 12 a.m., right, of January 1st will think new. You're going to hear new, but you're not going to think of how many people are saying new. And then some people are going to kiss. Some people are going to start having sex. Some people are going to take shots. Right? Some people are going to start shooting in the air. The energy that everybody claims they overstand about is going to be abundant. What I do yearly is I snatch that shit and I use it. What you talking about? So then watch this. I'm going to say, everybody get ready for the 60 seconds coming into January 1st in whatever time zone you're in. Because trust me, each of these time zones, there's about 45 of them that they done separate, 30 to 45. Each of these time zones that have that 12 a.m. explosion, because some of them have shorter minutes, right? I mean, shorter hours or shorter times that they counted as. Each of these time zones will have an explosion. The planet is going to have an interplanet, what they call it, a planetary climax is what I called it. There's going to be a planetary climax, a planetary orgasm. And anybody know anything about orgasm and climax, even though I don't have the authority to teach much of it, is a sacred. I will say this, it's powerful, and there are a lot of things that can be moved in the spirit realm when that type of energy explodes. How you know that? You don't have to take that as no spooky thing I just said. Literal life takes place because of it. You see? And life is allowed because of it. Chemicals move around because of it. You see? Where you're charged to do certain things, motivation molecules, all this stuff. So, okay, I'm going to make that now. I'm going to say, yo, everybody get ready for the 60 seconds from January 1st, 12 a.m. to 12:01. All you think about is what you will to be. All you think about is what you will to be. And you can do it in the dark. You do whatever you are. But that's all you think about. We ask for 60 seconds of your time. That all you think about is what you will to be for things moving forward progressively. You want the world to change? Everybody put their mind on it at the same time. You want to know what's going to happen? Them conscious community demons that don't know they're demons, the NPCs, are going to try to go to war with me again. They do it yearly. And they're going to say that same backwards ass garbage can shit. They're going to say, oh, the New Year's in my 21st. And then March 21st coming, they don't do shit. They don't activate. The rest of the planet not even on that. Nobody's shooting in the air, nothing. You pick a dormant time to so-called plant in the spirit plane, as opposed to when the soil or the foundation of the spirit plane is vibrant and active, because everybody is thinking about the waters. New year, new. It's gonna be an explosion of everybody thinking about new. We start over it. Good energy. Breathe, breath. And then everybody goes up. The conscious community folding their arms. So I ain't doing nothing. I'm not gonna use this energy. I'm not gonna activate as the elites that I claim to be, or the guys that I claim to be, and move this energy where it need to be. So then you're not adepts. Stop acting like it. So go ahead and plant in the spring. You can do that for spring, which makes no sense. You see what I'm saying? It takes time for shit to grow, but they're gonna do what they do. You go ahead and plant in the spring. We're gonna plant in January for the spring. It's not an analogy. You get what I'm saying? Look what I'm saying. They'll try to say nothing can grow if you plant it in January. What are you talking about? We're not actually saying we're going to go outside and plant seeds in the ground. You don't know what realm you're attempting to explain. The mental plane doesn't operate that's the same way this plane down here operates. But you can't explain it to these people. It's like they swear they know. You see? So, yeah, that was powerful. Any questions? We got some dude, there's a few little people that be doing this. But there's some dude that was posting a video upset with me because I asked him to go live to see whether or not he really had the true spirit. He posted a video. He was mad about what I said for the Jesus thing, saying Jesus ain't no spirit. And Jesus said he wasn't no spirit when he rose. He did 3 videos on that shit. I told him let's go live. So I'm gonna see if he able to do this shit. Cause y'all know I don't care if you got 10,000 followers, 5 followers, whoever. You calling my name. You putting my name on your shit. You saying you ready, and you attempting to lead people away from me. And let's go live and let's talk about it. Let's see if you're actually ready. You see? Yeah, it's all good, Unplug. It's all good. I shook. It's sealed. What are your thoughts about Kabbalah? It's a nice book. You want to learn about what they say is the history of divinity. Yeah, so it's a good book. That's all I have to say about it other than that. Just like the Bible and the Quran. They're good books to read. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna go out, I'm gonna come out of here, I'm gonna reach out to the dude. Cause every time I comment it's like, bro, ain't nobody you comment on this shit. You see what I'm saying? Every time I comment, I say, yo, we can go live and talk about this. Do I believe Jesus Christ was the Son of God? No, I don't do that. I don't know whether or not he was, so I don't know what me believing it will do. You know what I'm saying? Either he is or he isn't. What we talking about belief for? Is Jesus Christ the Son of God? And then when you be like, yes, I'll be like, how you know? And then you'll go to a book that's based on belief. I'm like, well, then family, you don't know that. So you don't know whether or not Jesus Christ is the Son of God. You just heard somebody say that. You read that. You don't know that. You believe it. Well, that's fine. You can believe without people bothering you about your belief. I'm one of the people that ain't going to bother you about your belief. You can still work with me, still walk with me. I got people around still believe in Jesus. You can do that, but why y'all think? See, you say you believe it, right? That's how you're supposed to do. Okay, you believe it. That's fine. Like children believe in Santa Claus, right? Okay, children believe in Easter Bunny, right? Both of these holidays associated with the same Jesus thing, correct? Now I know you're not trying to argue. Don't think I'm taking it that way. The point is you don't know, right? So that's not a bad thing. It just means you don't know. Like I don't know what you're wearing. I don't know what you ate today. That don't mean like I'm stupid or I'm an idiot or I'm in a cult. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying that you believe it. So just as long as you know you believe it, that's cool. When you start thinking, I know this shit, it's like, but you don't. But you don't. Yeah, that was a call. I'm still doing calls. If y'all want to come on live with me, I'm gonna show you how to do it right now. See it right here? There go the cash out. Send $50 to the cash out. And then put your Instagram with it. Where it say what it's for. Send $50 to the cash out, put your Instagram with it, and you can get on live with me, how we just did. You can get a reading, you can ask me questions, you can talk, you can get music review, however you want to do. That was a good call. Bro found it. It's a few of them that's out there that's like, where is it at? You know, you really lost that shit. Like, where the fuck is it? He found it. And I know some people gonna really understand what I'm saying. It's a few that's out there that really like just need to find. Once they find it, it's over. He found it. You know what I'm saying? I can look at somebody and tell whether or not they're a jinn. I can look at somebody and tell whether or not they're from a pharaoh lineage or a pharaoh, a pharaoh. I can look at somebody and tell whether or not they NPC or a robot. I can look at somebody and tell anything I need to tell about them by just looking at them. So I'm saying. So bro found it. All we know consciously is to exist. Isn't that what we will ever know? No belief involved. You can say that. You got charm. You can DM me. We'll figure it out. I don't have charm, but I know people around me that do. But how y'all do it? Now, if you don't want to go live, you can do a private phone call. People done did private phone calls. I got only one more to do. That's why I was not promoting them. I got more to do. I'm gonna have to get with the brother to see when he wants to do it. Other than that, it's open. I just did a bunch of them in the past week. So yeah, want to get on talk. I mean, no pressure still, because people be getting on and it be 10, 20 minutes done pass. They be like, I'm like, what I got? They're like, well, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to ask. I'm like, I said, an hour longer than you think, huh? I'll be getting broke stuff down, and they like, yo, you answered it. I'm like, okay, what you got? Because I don't know what they think. Some people just think I'm going to get on there and just be like, all right, ready? Go. And I'm going to talk. Da, 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 da. It's like family. Do you know who you speaking with? Like, you hear a reason. You got to know what questions to ask. How can I answer you certain things if you ain't asking certain things? You know what I mean? I'm not the one you want to ask what you think about crystals. It's like, bro, you can ask. I'm just saying if that's what you want to do, but at the same time, it's gonna be like, bro, huh? You have to like think about your question, like, what do I really want to know? Not what I think people would like me for knowing. You see, what I really want to know. And then you'll get an answer that's going to be leading you to an objective, not subjectivity. You see? Yeah. All right, any questions? When you look at people, do you see who they are instantaneously? Yep. When I hear somebody, just by you texting, I know who you are. What's the knowledge to gain? There's a lot of knowledge to gain based on you. What do you think about Sebi and his way of living? I don't know about his way of living. I know what he said. I don't know if he actually lived that way. I think that when you research what he talks about and apply it, there are a lot of benefits. And I think people need to research before just doing something that anybody say. You got a lot of vegans that are malnourished and dealing with a whole bunch of other stuff. And it's like, because people ain't really learning about themselves individually. Diet isn't, or how you eat, the way you eat, if you don't like the word diet, the way you eat isn't a one size fits all conversation. You see? Even if you go and refer to how to eat to live, it shouldn't be looked at as everybody eats this way to live. You see, some people will need to eat different things, but if you don't know your own biological structure, genetic structure, and what takes place when you eat certain foods, you know your genes change when you eat food, literally. Like if you take in lactose, certain genes are going to have to activate. If you take in certain glucose, certain genes have to activate. And if when you don't take it in, certain genes don't need to activate, so that gene starts to express differently and transcribe differently and regulate differently. This is genetics, it's real. So everybody's dealing with it in different ways. So we ask me, what do I think about his way of living? I don't know his way of living. I know what he said. I know he said a lot of things about inflammation and how to get rid of it, and you know what I mean, and fasting and things like that. I think that if you look into it and you figure out the science of it, it could be used for good measure or good reason. You see that? That's like the answer to these questions. Yeah, all these other people, it's like they're not being responsible with what they're doing, what they're saying. Telling people don't drink water. I mean, they're setting people up for destruction, internal issues later down the line because they want to be different and sell products. You only speak about amber and green light. What about the golden or yellow light? Why you ask me? You tell me about the golden and yellow light. What about it? What do you want to know? The Manipura, the solar plexus. What do you want me to say? When I say amber and green, it's speaking about types of people. These are code words that are associated with types of people. Those who are ultimately disagreeable, those who are ultimately agreeable in whatever the cause is. Because you can be agreeable to the devil's cause. You're still an agreeable, but you're disagreeable to the cause of God. And then who God and the devil is will change. Cause, we're talking about this, or cause, we're talking about that. You see? So I'm not just naming colors. This is real life. So you say the yellow, who's the yellow person then? Who's the one that's the yellow light? What do you explain it? We have the amber light and we have the emerald light, the one that's with the cause and the ones who, are you saying the yellow light is the ones who don't know, who can't decide? So when you ask me why am I not saying this, maybe because there's room for you to say it. Maybe I don't need to say every motherfucking thing. Probably that. Maybe it's your turn to teach yellow light and write books on it, and don't get lazy either. Actually write books, put it out, teach on it, build on it, find the language connections, all of that, so you can help us. I will let me on. Not about people. I don't have the answer, but push to share. I've been seeing you spamming in the comments while you're getting this type of response. You shouldn't have did that. I don't want to talk to you. We will meet. Just don't know when and why. But I do know things will shift when we do. Okay, that's what's up. Basically, think for yourself. Ashe Shalom. Yeah, well, how else can you think? You know what I'm saying? You got to be able to think for yourself. Can't nobody think for you. What do you think we leave the land? Well, I don't understand the question. What do I think we leave the land? What do you think we leave the land? Cells that decompose, flesh that rots. What are you asking? We leave the land of a body, a corpse, a cadaver. Phase, get at me. I have honey for you. I got honey right here. I'm not spamming. I just didn't know if the message was getting through. It got through. I ain't like how you did it. Phase is a multidimensional teacher. People got to understand that. That's true. Zelle or Apple Pay and same price for private call. Yeah, same price for private call. You can DM me about Zelle or Apple Pay. Or I would put my, my number on here, but I don't want everybody trying to spam me. So yeah, you can DM me about Zelle, Apple Pay, or PayPal, or Chime, all of those. But yeah, so those of y'all who be wanting to connect with me, this is just one of the ways to do it. Y'all know we fundraising. So one of the ways to do it is you can send 50. Even if you want to debate, I don't know why you want to pay to lose a debate, but if that's in your prerogative, because everybody think they like that. All right, well, put 50 toward the cause, and then we come on here and do whatever you think. We can literally debate. We can literally do it. You gotta pay 50 though to debate me, because I ain't finna waste my time for free. Cause I know I know you gonna get your ass washed. But like, you gonna pay me to wash your ass. I wash my own ass. I ain't better be like, you good over there? Your ass, is it washed? And come over there and wash. But if I be washing too much ass for free, niggas get on here, smart ass, dumb ass, stupid ass, metaphysical ass, Muslim ass, Hebrew ass, spiritual ass, Onk ass, trailer park ass, Melchizedek want to be ass. It's just ass everywhere. My hand hurt. Tired of watching free ass. Not doing that stupid shit no motherfucking mouth. You miss a spot? Shut your bitch ass up. You can't tell me I missed a spot if you ain't paid me 50, motherfucker. I'm washing ass. All 2026, I'm washing ass. But you gotta pay me to wash the motherfucking ass. And I'm okay. This is my way of life. This is how I came to. But how did I get here? You know, you probably wonder how I ended up here. It's what it is. I don't give a fuck. This is what I do. I wash ass. I wash ass. And for all y'all thinking it's not gay, it's washing it. It's what it's supposed to be. Something happens to help the community. Some prophets wash feet. I started to innovate. I said, this is where the stank comes. So I clean people thoroughly. I don't think it's a thorough cleansing is what I'm saying. If you just finna walk back on your feet anyway, but you don't walk on your ass. So it's about a time limit between now and your next meal where you won't need another ass washing. You can get one, but it's $50. So if your daily budget is $150, you get 3 ass washes throughout the day. Yeah, y'all can pay $50 to get an ass washing. Yeah, that's what it is. I wouldn't say it if it ain't true. Tired of beating these folks up for free. Man, nigga. And then they be swearing they winning. Like, this shit is dumb, bro. Like, what the fuck? Niggas be dumb. What's your name? My name is Kalai Amun-Ra. What Amun mean? It means everywhere. Shut your bitch ass up. Shut your bitch ass up, Kalai. means everywhere. Nigga was loud and wrong. It's like, what the fuck is this nigga saying? It means everywhere. Everything, all at once. You can't just pick all of it. And I asked the nigga about speaking ancient Egyptian. I don't need to learn it. Nigga, your name is it. Your name is it. Then out of nowhere, niggas just start confessing. I'm not gay. Bro, who said that? What made you say that? I'm just saying. Like, what? And these be the nigga they think like advanced. Be losing, get their ass whooped. Come up here playing around. Try to put bro on, he willingly ignored me. He got the right to do that. We ain't bullying Nuwapu, man. I hope y'all ain't out there bullying. Now you gonna get this Nuwapu. Don't be bullying motherfuckers, man. If they walk away, let them go. That was one of the things if they don't accept it, let them go. We ain't bullying this shit. You know what I'm saying? Then they block you. Good. Good. They protect both of y'all peace. Oh, you said they blocked me. Oh, yeah, they always block me. With the zestiest finger. Finger move like a worm to block me. You're blocked. Shut your ass up, blocker. Yeah, I be out here trying to bully. I be seeing y'all in the comments like, man, chill. Chill, they already lost. Nigga knocked out. You always had that one nigga in the hood. Nigga, he is knocked out. Why are you still punching his ass? He gone, bro. He dead now. Bro, he dead now. You still beating him up. Like, he literally dead. Like, he gone. It's over, bro. It's dead. Niggas don't know. Niggas be beating niggas to death. Y'all be trying to beat nigga to death. Bro, once you knock him out, everybody gonna say, ooh, you won. But if you realize ain't nobody making no sound no more and everybody just looking, it's a sad day in the jungle, nigga. You don't even win no more. Niggas terrified. Shit, that don't mean keep going. Oh! Is he dead? That's all y'all niggas be doing. Let these niggas live. We ain't trying to kill them. Just trying to let them know don't play around. You study superposition? Yeah, I study superposition. What do you want? You just want to know that? Like with quantum computing and bits and all that binary digits? Yeah, I study that, the zeros and the ones. Stop using the N-word, man. Nah, get that nigga. How Debo had Craig on the card. Yeah, that nigga was tripping. Is he dead? Nah, that nigga alive. Let's deal with photons. Hell yeah, nigga, them photons is light. Some light work, nigga. When you speak on different colors, lights, and different types, is it dependent on ancestry or the soul or the spirit? I mean, it depends on where them niggas coming from. If these niggas over here is amber light, it could be dealing with their ancestry. A lot of them niggas could have been amber light, causing them to act like niggas. What niggas do, doing what niggas do. What do niggas? Most of the time, niggas act like ignorant. They'll ignore the fact of the truth that they seeing, and they'll see that you aided and assisted in the movement. They still want to be adverse. So niggas don't need to be around. But they can be around the niggas is like-minded. I'm the type of nigga I don't want you around me if you're not like-minded, unless I can use you. So if you feel like you cool with being a subservient, disagreeable ass nigga, then you could be up under me. So not everybody ancestors act like niggas, but niggas be acting like that. You see? So sometimes it's in what you call the spirit. Sometimes when you call the ancestor, genetics is what you're looking for. Sometimes it's hereditary. Like being a ass nigga is passed on in the genes. You know what I mean? Being a real ass nigga is passed on in the gene. You know what I'm saying? Phase, I want to be one mission on a bill, but I hope you can hear me out. I want to be one mission on a build. I want to be one mission on a build. But I hope you can hear me out. I'm trying to figure out what you're saying. I don't understand what you're saying. But I think I get what you're saying. My nigga ain't giving no passes. Who get one? Bro, just ignore me and trim. Yeah. Phase, I want to be on a mission, on a build. Okay. Hope you hear out. Yeah, hear you out. Don't even be worried about whether or not I hear you out. You listen. Y'all have purposes, activate them. Don't wait for people. Charge your bodies, charge your head. Okay? Let's talk about life. Everything we speaking about is happening within the land of the living. So he just left you. Okay, I'll talk. Yeah. Any other questions? We are forever electrical. Take care of y'all electromagnetic fields. Okay. Any other questions, y'all, before we get up out of here? I'm gonna try to go find the Christian warrior. See if he really want to put his spirit to the test. Listen to one of your lives last night, and you said, you know, you one of the ones when it's raining, but you're not wet. Explain, please. I can explain that. It's just only gonna make sense if you experience that. Like, you the last person to get wet when it rains. The realm interact with you differently. Only a few people had that experience. You can stand out in the rain and you don't get wet. That ain't gonna make sense because it's like scientifically that don't make sense. It's like, yeah, there's rain falling, right? Does it make sense that you'll be standing outside and the rain only rain on one side of the street, and then you walk over to the other side and it's not raining? Like you standing right at the edge of the cloud. Do that make sense? Okay. Yeah, for sure, Bird. We still on. Well, what I'm doing is I'm looking for the energy to be able to make the video. That's what it's been this whole time. Trying to figure out how to approach making the video. I will also say, don't wait on me to make the video. I told you I'm gonna help you when you come down. So when you come down, I'm gonna aid and assist you. Eventually, the video in my plans is to be made. However, I have to pay attention to my energy too. So I'm like, okay, when do I need to make this video? How do I need to make this video? I can't just jump into it. So that's why I say, we take this day, take that day. I'm still looking for you to take the initiative to make it happen so that you can get down, because I'm not going to ask for nothing. I don't want to be paid nothing. I just want to show you how to move it and make it happen, and then I'll promote it. Yeah, for sure. You can do the fundraiser, the GoFundMe, all of that. Or I know y'all said, well, the thing about GoFundMe is you got a bank. When you have a bank, they'll let you withdraw daily. So it's not always you have to wait a long time on a weekly thing. They'll let you withdraw daily. But keep moving, because I do have it in my plans. Even if the video ain't done before you come down, I still have it in my plans to make the video about the whole thing. I say focus on still pulling everything together to make it happen. I do remember the post. That's what I'm saying. I do remember it. At the same time, I mean, listen, I'm the type of person where I have my own mind, okay? I know what I say. If I say this is what the plan is, that's the plan. You don't even have to keep getting on me. At the same time, I'm dealing with a lot of things. So if I give you the initiative, take the initiative. Don't wait on me. You see, I'm going to come around to whatever it is need to be done. But don't wait on me. You see? Take the initiative. Figure it out. And then it's going to happen right when it needs to happen. Other than that, you have no idea the things I'm dealing with. It'll work. For sure. I'll ride with you. Handle it, get it done, take the initiative. I told you what you would need to come down here with to make certain things move. Remember, you don't got to send me nothing. You don't owe me anything. Come down here with a certain amount, make a certain move, get it done. I'll help you with it. Get the beat put together, get the song. I tell you, I'll edit the video for free, all of that. That's in the works. When you come down on the 20th, 19th, whatever one you coming, that's still in the works. Don't just look to the post to be able to generate whatever that would be. Just get busy and make it happen. You see? Because I don't even move in delay. So if it's taking time to make a video, I don't know if that's the way to go. Off rip. Oftentimes I move quick and get something done swiftly. So just lock in and get ready to come down. Plan to come down, not waiting on the post. The post is gonna happen. And the feature gonna happen. All the stuff that I say, that's gonna occur. Rock out and lock in, and I got you. Can you play Dumb Dumb and Dumb on your way out? Dumb Dumb and Dumb? I'm running out of time, but you had the window. What do you mean? You mean by that? All right, any other questions before we get up out of here? Do you think specific addictions individuals struggle with relates to their calling? Not necessarily. That's a good question, though. No, I think habits and your way of life may relate to the calling. So that's what you're saying. It could be because if you isolate a lot and you're not expressing yourself, your testosterone is off, and you're dealing with all these other chemical imbalances, and the animalistic side of yourself isn't overstood about, you may end up with a porn addiction. You see, if you suppress a lot of emotions and you still want to have friends, and all of y'all have a trauma bonding circle, there's a chance that y'all will end up alcoholics, where y'all start going out to the club more to drink. But then when y'all not able to go out to the club and drink, you drinking at home, or you going out to get a drink, but you may end up as an alcoholic through habits of suppression and not dealing with trauma. You see, or being sad and wanting to forget or try to forget. When people say I drink to forget, but then they really be remembering and think about all the stuff that they thought they were gonna drink to forget about. You see, so that's a good question, real good question. If your calling leads you to isolation, then you could be at risk of addictions. Trying to fake medicate if you haven't been given the way to meditate and concentrate and focus. Before you ball grind, accept my request. I have questions that I like. I'll have to deal with you. Like you got to talk to me behind the scene. Talk to me behind the scenes before I just pull you up. No disrespect, brother, but I just want the words on energy. I'm trying to move the gears. Move the gears. You got it. Don't overthink it. Do everything you know you need to do and take care of yourself. What is the purpose of allowing the amber light being around you? What is my purpose of allowing the amber light being around me? Well, for one, it's like moving with a punch. They're coming anyway. They're either going to come to destroy it immediately, or you can dissipate a lot of the energy or dilute the energy that they would be bringing and shut it down so they won't have as much of a heavy hit as they would have if they would have been blocked out from the beginning. So sometimes you maneuver a different way. You roll with the punch. You still punched. You just not punched with as much impact if you would have just been standing still. You know what I'm saying? Like when you practice in certain mixed martial arts, they'll show you how to move with momentum. When somebody coming at you, you use their momentum against them. So it's like keeping your enemies close, right? Or closer than your friends. Friends close, enemies closer. That'll be one reason, right? Why did Jesus allow Judas around? It's a part of the story. And then you be looking for Judas to be in one person. You start realizing damn near everybody's amber light. And you still got stuff to do and you can't lift something by yourself. You got to find a way to make this shit look attractive to the motherfuckers that got to help you lift it. And they might all be amber. But what you needed to lift was a sign that is going to shine to the other side of the city for the only other emerald light motherfucker in the city to see it. But you couldn't lift the sign by yourself. So you got to use a bunch of amber light people to get shit on the move. But it ain't even about them. And you know it ain't about them, and they think it's about them, and they think you don't know it ain't about them. See that? You dealing with that whole thing. So masters think that way. Other people just be getting snaked and don't know where it's coming from, and they be the snakes. And now I'm thinking always about the plan. Literally, always. That would be the only reason. If it benefit the plan. It's happening now. It been happening. From the moment I started the first Telegram group, I knew what was going on. I was opening the gates of hell. Here they come. They put the roll on. I know that already. But it's like, what else can I do? And what the emerald light are asleep. They don't do anything. They just sit and let this shit happen. Emerald don't be getting active, and that's what they supposed to do. They supposed to get active. Malachi say, activate yourself again. So who the fuck else can I work with? If the wicked don't sleep, the emerald light can't stay up and keep watch, right? And I'm just up moving around, and shit still got to be done. I got to find a way to talk these wicked beings into getting shit done. See that? It was sisters who taught. There was a sister named I can't remember her whole name. It might have been Betty. Sister named Betty that I met that was a part of the family. She met this sister when she was around Pops. The sister was one of the Nuwapian sisters. You want to know what the sister told her on her deathbed? She said, I have to admit it. I'm GBI. I was sent in to infiltrate this whole organization. She said, but when I finally met Malachi and saw him and seen what he does and how he moves, and she said, my life was changed. So she admitted that it was GBI originally, sent in as an infiltrator. And Malachi knows who be the agents. Then you can't even get but so close without him. Look, I got people who I can hit up right now and be like, anybody come and talk to me, like, yo, do they whole file? Listen, somebody was one of these agents, literal agents from Pennsylvania, was watching my page, and they didn't know I knew they were watching the page. So I pulled their file and I sent it to my people. I said, give me everything you know on them. They sent me a whole file on them, where they at, where they be at, the group of people that they train with, the background of who they are, who their mama is, who their father is. All of that stuff is found through one little piece of information. You got to understand. When they sent me the information, I went and dug deeper and found out it's that. I said, listen, you sitting there watching, now I got you exactly where I need you at. Because I know everything there is to know about you. You move sloppy. You were never supposed to be even for one on your main page. That was crazy. Why would you do that? You were never supposed to do that. You're also supposed to be trying to be seen. I don't know why you would want to do that. You think you're powerful. You're not powerful. We can shut down anything you got moving. Anything you got moving can be shut down. You see? So what I'm saying is Malachi had people that as soon as something moves, find out who this is. So they'll be around and they are an agent. You see what I'm explaining to you? They right there as an agent. And they think he don't know, but the whole time he got your whole file on you. You know, a file ain't what people think. File deals with psychology. Also, why did you choose to become an agent? What's your background? What's your trauma? Who hurt you as a child? All this stuff is documented, and there's a trail, a paper trail for everything. You was in public school, you weren't in private school, so it's not hard to find your records of anything that you was dealing with at any given time. If you got an A on your test, I can go find it. What are you talking about? So there are people that are like that I know. So I know Malachi had plenty of them. So he knew agents. He was saying, I'm talking to you spies sitting up in here, sitting out here to cap me, right? He would literally talk to them right now. I'm talking to them right now. All y'all little private investigators. I don't know why y'all think y'all so private. This is the internet, silly. You're not private. All these little private investigators, all y'all people trying to build cases, anything that you're looking for, trust me. If you ever were able to make a move on anything, like with Jesus' story, It's because we let you. You really can't do shit. You can't do shit. Your system don't exist how you think it exists. It's little. So how smart do y'all think y'all are? How powerful y'all think y'all are? You're not that smart. You're not that intelligent. If you're that intelligent, take a movement down by yourself. If you're that powerful, disable, like how I disabled drill by myself. If you're that powerful, do some shit by yourself. You know, you got a whole team full of people. Y'all listening from these devices. You tap people's. You don't got to tap phones how you used to tap them now. So you tap phones through the waves now. You send software to people's phone that integrates into their whole system, and you watch and listen on their phone calls, and you intercept this and da da da. You know, first of all, why y'all so afraid? What are you so afraid about? You see, everybody that get to any type of notability, they got to watch them, and then they waiting. And they try to set stuff up. It's like that's desperation. You see, when the truth is, you don't have no control over anything. You don't have power. You have guns. It's not power. That's fear. You're afraid for somebody to get up on you. You see that? So the point being, anybody that come around, if you amber, I already know that, but that don't mean I can't use you. There are disagreeables who are a part of the council. You see that? It's still family. The disagreeable that's family, we'll deal with them before we deal with the so-called agreeable, and you ain't even family, right? Watch out. You don't know what you're talking about. It's a family thing. You see? So you got 12 disagreeables, 12 agreeables. We don't look at it how people look at it. I know, like most people that's around Amber, like, I gotta say most of people feel all right. I know most people around Amber, like, I know that. Fuck. We just have to deal with you a certain way. And if you don't get your way, you know, you're gonna go run and tell your Amberlite people, right? That it's like you ain't gonna deal with the fact that you was around. You ain't gonna deal with the fact that you stayed around. You ain't gonna deal with the fact you wanted to be around. No, as soon as the shit don't go your way, then you're gonna run and tell the rest of the Amberlite people. You're gonna go to your Amberlite higher ups, your Amberlite Justice Department, your Amberlite this. You're gonna try to get the one emerald being that's functioning. You're gonna try to get them taken down because it's in your nature to do that. Judas was Amberlite. He's a brow deepener. You see, a disagreeable. They can be used, but the truth is, only masters can use emerald and amber. Only masters can walk and work amongst them. And you be trying to tell them, man, that nigga a snake. He gonna tell you everything but he know. This nigga a snake, man. You got him around you, da 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 da. And he'll be like, what you know about what I'm doing? You see? Like Allah. They say, Allah, are you gonna create a group of beings that cause destruction, da 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 da, corruption in it? Allah was like, yo, man, I know what you don't know. What you know about this? Why you got her around? Why you got these people over there? Da 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 da. You see what they doing? You see how they did that? You got opinions about something because you don't know that the moment I speak on that, this person, let me okay, fine. Since you asked, let me open up their file and let me show you. This person is a manic depression, a chronic depression, right? They're a maniac, psychopathic, narcissistic, and all of that's hidden under this smile. This person has a history of abuse. This person has a history of this, that, and third. This is how their vitals read. So you want me to tell them some shit that you got an opinion about. But you don't know when I tell them this shit that you got an opinion about, that's going to cause them to go haywire and go out and attempt to slander and take me down because of it, or send people to me, try to get me killed and all kind of stuff because they had my location and da da da. You not thinking like that. You ain't thinking that there are people that pull the trigger when they upset, and you got people that'll shoot you in cold blood and will be completely out of it, screaming. You know what I'm saying? They done lost their minds, like blood all over them, and they shaking, and they don't even understand what they've done yet. And then all that's gonna come back down, and then they're gonna realize what they did. It's a fucking psychopath. And you want me to go and do what again? Because you got an opinion? This person was gonna be around regardless. They were gonna be around to be an immediate problem or be a problem later. That's what they do. Make sense so far? Remind me of how they had cherubims guarding Eden after Nakash played his role with Eve in the story. Yeah, the cherubim means those who draw near, according to what Malachi was explaining about the Black Devil. A lot of y'all need to go back and read the Black Devil book. Go listen to the song Black Devils by 1440 Tot and Sunday. Go listen to the song. I'm about to tell you how to spot a black devil. It be your own people. You know what I'm saying? And was explaining about all. They don't want to see you happy, no. They don't want to see you win, no. You with me? So I know who's who. My thing, like I said in the Through the Sun AI album, I said, who is who amongst you? Can you tell now? When Malachi was leaving, he said, I already know who the devils are. He said, it's up to y'all to figure it out. They ain't figured it out yet. And if he's saying he already know who the devils are, if he's saying my own family did this, he said it was the ones closest to me. He's saying all this in the books. Why everybody acting clueless? He not clueless. Yep. So that's why I have plenty of people that I know. I know you're Amberlite. I know that. That's fine. You can still pick up the brick. You with me? I know when I serve these meals, you gotta have your steak. Everybody else, they can probably eat their salmon. Everybody over here might be able to eat their vegetables. But if I don't feed you your steak at 6 p.m., you know what I mean? Then you're gonna get to turning. I know that. Man, why you always give her steak? She get the finest foods. Yeah, man, why you always give him steak? He get the finest foods. I know what you don't know. That if I don't get this motherfucker this steak, they gonna try to put all of us on one. See? Man, this shit's stupid. You can't explain it to humans. You can't explain it to these humans, bro. They don't get nothing. Everybody wanted to be how they see it. I mean, but then when I disappeared, what the fuck did anybody do? I disappeared, didn't nobody do shit. Like stood still. Like, come on, bro. I had to give prompts. I had to keep giving prompts. Prompt. I shouldn't have had to do that. Everybody should have known what to do. You know what I mean? Talking to the elders, they explained. They said, because it's you. It's not them. It's you. So, some people know what's moving. Even when I died in front of everybody. People can't die in front of everybody and survive. I died in front of everybody and survived. Because I'm playing. This is chess. How many times I gotta tell y'all that? My Omi asked me what you here to do? What I said I was gonna be here to do. Play. Play. Not be on the chessboard. If you think they said, I'm the king on the chessboard. I ain't no pawn. The king is a pawn. You're not looking at it the right way. The queen is a pawn. The rook is a pawn. The bishop is a pawn. Everything that's on that chessboard, from the knight to the castle, whatever the hell you call it, these are pawns. All moving in the agenda of whoever the real player is, moving the pieces. I'm not on the board. So I'm playing. Player. Told y'all better listen to my music without listening to my music, how other people listen to it. Y'all better listen. Remember I said I put the Flow album out. Ben had the Flow album. That people didn't know. He did all that to do an album. I did that album damn near a year ago. You're late. You keep showing up to the show late, then trying to talk about the credits. Bro, you missed the whole fucking show. They misspelled his name over here. Now tell me what the movie was about. I did that Flow album over a year ago. I mean, or a year ago. Way before I ever died in front of y'all. Boom. So I said on my story, I said, you better go listen to this so you can get certain messages or you ain't gonna have them. You ain't gonna know what's moving. Niggas say, oh, he just want people to listen to his album. Do my album sound like I just wanted people to listen to my album? That what it sound like when you listen to it? Matter of fact, so let me tell you, it was interesting. I went to one of these spots in Decatur, a vegan spot, and one of the brothers had went and told on me. He saw me, brother named Blue. He went and told another brother named Amunuma. He was like, yo, man, I just seen phase one. Right? I was watching this whole shit. They pulled up, but before they pulled up, I was telling everybody that was with me, I said, man, y'all get in the car, y'all drive to the other side of the parking lot. Because I didn't know if the bro who was looking at me was trying to be on some shit. So I tell people that's around me to get the fuck out of Dodge. I don't want people to, you know what I'm saying, be right there if some shit go down, because I'm going to get active. So I told him, I said, man, because we waiting on the food. I said, man, you drive, y'all hop in the car. Told the brother, I said, take the sister to the car, drive to the other side of the parking lot. And they did. And when they did that, I'm watching the nigga pull up. And the time to come out, we get in the whip. And then, yeah, bro pull up, go in the store. And, you know what I mean, we had left something, so we had to come back. And I sent the brother in to go get it, because someone told me don't go out. And then bro seen bro. I'm like, man. He's like, yo, we got to leave. He's like, some nigga came in the store. Where phase one at? Phase one here, a famous rapper with locks, da-da-da-da. He ain't just come through here. I said, man, let's go. We left. After seeing who I didn't see or know who that was. But my wife had recognized him because he had been around the culture before. So I'm like, okay. And then 5 minutes later, the nigga had made a live and put it up on YouTube. I just seen phase one at the Vegas spot. I'm like, this nigga was like, nigga literally started giving away the color of the car, the fucking where he saw me at, and then even said, now to all y'all private investigators, y'all go and run the cameras back and see if that was him. I'm like, it be your own people. Like, nigga, what the fuck? What if I was in danger? Why the fuck would you give my make, model, and year of my car? Why would you give the location, the last place I was seen? That nigga basically said, you know, like the fucking static from the walkie-talkie. Yeah, that's what he basically fucking did. I said, this nigga just detective. What the hell just happened? I got control of the suspect. Blue card. Over. What the hell? We gave my whole drop. Said, be your own motherfucking people, nigga. Who paid you to do that? You did that for free. No, y'all think I'm playing? He literally said, now to all y'all private investigators, y'all go and pull the cameras back and see if that was him. See if that's his face. I'm like, what the hell? You did that for free, bro. What if I was in danger? What if I had to get the fuck out the way? You just dropped my whole shit and you a civilian. You ain't get in touch with me. You ain't text me. So phase, you in danger? You okay? Nigga, you ain't just say I saw phase one. I saw phase one. Blue saw phase one. He was wearing a black jacket, blue jeans, green shoes. Omari Shaymar Hargrove, 5'4", walking around with a big black bag. I don't know. It might have a weapon in it or something. Some type of weapon. That's what he basically said. Heading northeast, southwest origin. Shut your bitch ass up. I couldn't believe that shit. I was hearing it on the way from the spot. Some said, hey, go check your YouTube. That shit said 5 minutes ago, this nigga snitched on you, cuz. I said, what the hell? I listened to that whole shit. I said, this nigga, it was 5 minutes long. That's what y'all need to know. You know what I mean? Phase one is alive. He's not dead. Your phase that was fucked up. I wasn't gonna do nothing to you, bro. I just want to talk to you. I want my man, nigga. I don't know what the fuck you gonna do. Nigga, seemed like you wanted to go live and drop the location. Damn. I'm like, who the fuck this nigga talking to? when you say private investigators. Who the fuck is that? Man, y'all niggas be the feds. I ain't gonna hold you. I want to talk to you. You want to interrogate me. That nigga was gonna try to capture me and put me in an interrogation room. Everybody's the motherfucking Agent Smith. That was the most unwise thing you could have done as an elder. Is realize that one of the family is missing. You find out where he at and you tell everybody. You tell everybody. You go public. What the fuck was that? That was federal as hell. Federal Junior. So what I do? I said, well, I took that audio. In 48 hours, y'all had the Flow album. I said, I'm gonna give him the album and put this audio on it. You want to talk so motherfucking bad? Let me let you host my shit then, nigga. Damn, podcast. And he became the host. Just like that. I ain't ask him shit because you ain't asked me shit, nigga. You ain't asked me if you can give out my damn location. Nigga, when that nigga described the car, I'm like, yo, what the fuck? A blue sedan Tesla 2019 tag looked like it said 9825 G20. I don't know. It might have been that. I'm looking at my camera. That's right. It was that. So anybody that's ops, go kill him now. He's in that car. He's on the move. What the fuck? For free. That nigga did this shit for free. He didn't even get paid. And they collected no bounty. Ate his vegan food and burped over my dead body. I said, this shit is bullshit, man. God damn. See what I'm saying? Hey, it be your own people. Why you don't be around us to be because of shit like that? The fuck? That was tone deaf in hell. So I really fuck with the brother Phase One. I love his music. But then nigga, why the fuck you get my drug? The hell was that? Then niggas started saying private investigators. I'm gonna let y'all hear this shit though. All you private investigators, pull the cameras, see if his face. I'm like, nigga, you know how to do this? You know how you listening to this shit? I feel like I was listening to my discovery packet. Like, nigga, you know how to do this shit? What the fuck are you talking? Nobody said tell. Why did you just tell for free? Y'all, man, you can go pull the cameras right now and see if that was him. Where my McDonald's? Bring me my Big Mac. That shit was crazy. Yeah. Hell nah, I went here first time. That boy a vet. That boy a vet.
We just had a big thing on Clubhouse about how Phase One could possibly commit suicide. Blue just saw.
He sound excited to tell. You can hear the nigga cheesing. Listen.
We just had a big thing on Clubhouse about how Phase One could possibly commit
He can't barely talk. He cheese so damn hard. He can't collect it. He can't even connect his lips.
We just had a big thing on Clubhouse about how Phase One could possibly commit suicide. Blue just saw Phase One indicator on Rockbridge Road.
You see what the fuck I'm saying? You can easily be like, man, we just seen the nigga Phase One, man. That nigga alive. Boom, the end. Blue just saw Phase One indicator on Rockbridge Road at the Vegas spot headed northeast downtown. What the fuck? Nigga, what if I had the laws on me? Damn.
We just had a big thing on Clubhouse about how Phase One could possibly commit suicide. Blue just saw Phase One indicator on Rockbridge Road. I wanted to come up there and talk to him, nigga. Hell, you know you got the whole world thinking you dead, right? Not saying that that's his fault for people misinterpreting his message.
Motion don't stop because the beach man angry. Don't make me blank on your beach man. Niggas doing all that podcast. Cat, I'm at your chest, dog tag. We don't do stick talk, fed can't law that. We hit your party, ask you where the bras at. Clear the premises to them, but we blow that. Sticky situation, you in the deep. All you hear is shot, shot, shot. We ain't 7 eat. Brody on the 30-day fast, he tweaking. He can hear the Wi-Fi next door blink. Street shit dead in the bed. They don't want to say it, I'll say it. Why? All the real nigga went fed. Yeah, that's a real nigga. I'm fake. I can never relate to no snake. You, catch it. I got a confession. My ushers open door, kick it and step in. That weapon redundant. They gon' get the message. Never would have made it if I ain't let you. This nigga too hard. That nigga said the weapon redundant. You know, redundant is a big name for the idiots. The weapon redundant. They gon' get the message. You know how you think, like, bro, that ain't no pistol. Can't be. Because that's not a redundant weapon. That's a different brain. He got a different brain. The weapon redundant. They gonna get the message. They never would have made it if I ain't let you. Nigga went fed. Yeah, that's a real nigga. I'm fake. I can never relate to no snake. Ew. Catch it. I got a confession. My ushers open door, kick it and step it. Catch it. I got a confession. My ushers open doors. Remember this, bro? This is called Marvin Sapp. So nigga said catch it, because you ain't gonna catch it. So I'm telling you to catch it, knowing you're not. Catch it. I got a confession. Who the nigga that was singing about these are my confessions? Cause you ain't even thinking, cause you ain't catch it. It's cool though, cause I'm here to catch it for you. Catch it. I got a confession. My ushers open doors. Remember when Marvin Sapp was like, ushers, close the doors. Close the doors. Close the doors. Right? I said, catch it. I got a confession. My ushers, like usher, open doors, kick it and step in. Like I'm reversing that whole close the door shit. I'm flipping that. Man, I don't gotta explain that to nobody. And that weapon redundant, they gon' get the message. You never would have made it if I ain't let you. Come on. Come on. Tachyon Magic Wand. Nigga said Tachyon Magic Wand. Tachyon, like the particle. Stop playing. Here, all my niggas splat for fun. Mud and water tap is fine. Here's all that count they doing. Cheers. Boogie, man, they label me. A rapper could never play with me. I put that on free band. Slap boxing with a nigga with 3 hands. Niggas in the days too, like the weekend. Niggas in a days too, like the weekend. Hey, Shy. You know, hey, look. Hey, DM me, Shy. I'll put a been dead that I had some other stuff that had happened around that time. For sure. Shout out to Shot Stimuli. I got you, bro. For sure. Niggas in a day's school, like the weekend. You know, the weekend is 2 days, if you didn't know that. My job is to make sure you can know. So after Friday, you got Saturday, right? And Sunday. So niggas in a days too, like 2 days, but like you're in a days too, like, oh, in addition to what I'm saying, niggas is in a days. So I'm already saying a lot. I'm popping my shit, but I'm like, oh yeah, by the way, niggas in the days. So I said niggas in the days too, like the weekend, man. In the days too, like the weekend, sure. You got some money, I got some brains. Let's play big bang, think tank, sure. You got some honeys, I got some change. Let's play switch, play big face. Motion don't stop. You got some money, I got some brains. Let's play big bank, think tank. Okay, listen. It's okay. All right. It's okay to be like, man. I know some of y'all over there saying it now. Man. And I'm going to finish it for you. Hell no. And I'm like, yeah. Right? You got some money. I got some brains. Let's play big bank, think tank. You can't even do it. It's not possible. Only I could do it. So when you say big bank, think tank, we used to be like, big bank, take little bank. Let's play big bank, take little bank with a little bitty ass. When they like, oh, I got more money than you. Let's play big bank, take little bank. Okay, you got some money. I got some brains. Let's play big bank, think tank. Never mind, bro. You got some money. I got some brains. Let's play big bank, think tank. Sure. You see the sure? Do you hear the sure? Like, nigga, it's nothing. I'm not even yelling at you niggas. I'm just saying it like, sure. Like, okay, okay. Oh, I know. Yeah, sure. You got some money. That ain't no big deal, nigga. Yeah, sure. You got some money. I got some brains. Let's play big bank, think tank. Sure. You got some honeys. I got some change. Let's play switch, play big face. You got some hundreds. I got some change. Let's play switch. Spray big face. Okay, let me help. So big face, what they call their money. They say, we got big face, a whole lot of big faces. You know what I'm saying? Okay, you got some money. I'm still talking about, okay, you got some hundreds. Big face. A big face is 100. You got some hundreds. I got some change. Meaning you came here with your hundreds and your money. You ain't on shit. I came here to change shit. Play for change. I got some change. So let's play switch. You know, a switch is like a change, like an alteration. But switch is also like when you switch some shit down. A gun that's, you know, altered to become a recurring trigger. So it's like, okay. Let's play switch, spray big face. I'm shooting at your money. It ain't fair, I know. I'm working on it. I'm trying to find a way to be fair. Got some brains. Let's play big bang, big tank. Sure. You got some honeys. I got some change. Let's play switch, spray big face. Motion don't stop because the bitch mad. Angry. Don't make me break on your bitch ass. Yeah. It really dealt with me big fast. Niggas doing all that podcast. Cat, I'm at your chest. Dog tag. We don't do stick talk. Fed can't log that. We hit your party, ask you where the bras at. Clear the premises to them before we blow that. Niggas on the pavement. Go get them. This shit in the air. They never knew it hit them. Who the fuck Tyler this is trying to kid me? Go get your daddy, ho. This ain't for cheering. 100 round came with a kangaroo jack. That's a kickback. Come on now. Yeah, 100 cone dipped out the motherfucking stats. That's a spit check. Yeah, the genre is comedy. When niggas be taunting me, bitch, I admit not the Romney. They would digest these bitch, you can't stomach me, and I will not give a shit how ironically somebody humble me. Kendrick Lamar couldn't do it. I ain't took a seat since that song released. That nigga said, somebody humble me. Kendrick Lamar couldn't do it. I ain't took a seat since that song released. Okay, remember when they were like, be humble. Sit down. So I say, somebody humble me. Kendrick Lamar couldn't do it. I ain't took a seat since that song released. Oh, Kendrick, little bitty ass don't want it. So by the way, anyway, yeah, no matter how big I get, they still gonna act like they don't see it. His little bitty ass don't want it. Yeah. Kendrick Lamar couldn't do it. I ain't took a seat since that song released. You ain't never gonna meet nobody who got number feet. You look at my toes and see 1, 2, 3. Boy, I'm gonna punch my computer, boy. Remember, if I ain't took a seat since the song release, ain't my feet gonna be numb? So you ain't never met nobody who got number feet. When you spell number, N-U-M-B-E-R. Who got number feet? You look at my toes and see 1, 2, 3. I shouldn't explain nothing. Nobody. I should keep it to myself. Kendrick Lamar couldn't do it. I ain't took a seat since that song release. You ain't never gonna meet nobody who got number feet. Look at my toes and see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Make your whole body lift and shake. They think you know how to levitate. I know so much shit. If I tell you, then yo Gotti had a break. I can teach you Billy go out. Nigga said, I know so much shit. If I tell you, then yo Gotti had a break. Gotta separate his body from his spirit the forever way. Several hexes a day keep the threats away. They don't even know what they're dealing with. Everybody say several hexes a day keep the threats away. Single people, my people be there to play. Running back, motion don't stop because a bitch man angry. Don't make me break on your bitch ass. Yeah. It really dealt with me big fast. Niggas doing all that podcast. Cat, I'm at your chest, dog tag. We don't do stick talk. Fed can't log that. We hit your party, ask you where the bras at. Clear the premises to them before we blow that.
Constantly put me on the face. He was like, you ain't showing them this, and you need to listen to this, brother. I was like, man, I don't want to hear another rap. I'm tired of rappers.
It's here, the new party shop at Michael's. With just one tap on the app, you'll find hundreds of new party supplies. And
he was like, nah, man. You really need to listen to Phase One, man. Phase got a message and he need to be protected, da-da-da-da-da. And I'm like, I bet.
Straight from the hood with the gutter boy. Y'all niggas hitting drills on a hoverboard. Beat stick go bitter like wormwood. He be geeking, so keep it away from him. He a glow man, rose out of concrete. Shot it like what she see, she want me. She on me. Like right on rise. Told her ass I don't bite, but she say I can play. Wow. Play. Is that what I do? Play. You are something else. Play. Wow. Play. I never would have known. Play. lose to myself. Player. He don't trip on me, Missy. Peanut butter roof mouth, drip, sticky. Beetlejuice, Starman, sheep scrub. Player. Moving hair, Pinky Man, teacup, Bennett. You gotta listen to what I'm saying. Like, it's supposed to sound like just they otherworldly shit. It's supposed to sound like that so everybody that's worldly can connect to it and be like, this shit hard. And then they ain't even knowing that subconsciously or subliminally they being raised to a whole different plane. The things that I'm saying are getting them in tune with and prepared for the affirmation that's going to help save their soul. Listen. Sticky, Beetlejuice, Starman. Beetlejuice, Starman. That's a big star. Pay attention. Player. Moving hair, Pinky Man, teacup. Pinky Man, teacup. Now you just saw an extended pinky. Say with me. Bending corners, slinging merch out the wing truck. Wings. Listen. Asteroid belt holding my jeans up. Asteroid belt holding my jeans up. Okay? Genes. Come here, let me slide this in your purse. Yeah, I'm the flyest nigga on this earth. Yeah, how fly is he? Not the bird. This ain't church. Yeah, hanging all out the window, screaming church. I just hit the curse. Swerve. Straight from the hood with a gutter. Young niggas saying jewels on a hoverboard. Big stick go bitter like wormwood. On a hoverboard. Big stick go brr like wormwood. You gotta understand Revelation, right? Okay. Remember when that star fall and then there's wormwood in the water? When I say big stick go brr, if you listen, it's saying the word bitter. Big stick go bitter. Bitter. Wormwood is bitter. Okay? There you go. Big stick go bitter like wormwood. He be geeking, so keep it away from him. He a glow man rolls out of concrete. Glow man. Ethereum, listen. The concrete started like what she see, she want me, she on me. Like right on rice, told her ass I don't bite, but she said I can play wow, play Is that what I do? Play you are something else. Play wow, play I never would have knew. Play just lose to myself. Play Yep. Play
So I listened to him, and I was like, phase one, I got this, and it blew me away.
Play out of state. They lied to they dumbass. Here go Jesus, this is Ray. They lied to they dumbass. And these phones get to activate. They lied to they dumbass. Moldy weed, it's the ancestor way. Lied to they dumbass. Eat dumbass, dummy, dumbass. Eat dumbass, dummy, dumbass. Eat dumbass, dummy, dumbass. Eat dumbass, dummy. Niggas fucking with me. I lied. Old niggas smoking on tree. I lied. It's such thing 4D. I lied. Hope do not work for the beast. I lied. Christian rapper love G's. I lied. Beat, count up. Don't give a shit what they talking about. Yeah, I'm finna whoops. Show my whole ass. They gon' think I like Dewey fuck. Industry better 2 liter. Finna pot like a 2 liter. When I fire that 2 liter like a fool, I am a true speaker, that's what I do. Okay, we finna go out of state. They lied to they dumbass. Here go Jesus, this is Ray. They lied to they dumbass. Here's the beautiful part. Nobody's saying the things I'm saying. Everybody that's trying to turn my shit into a gimmick, they stuck. They turn it into a Christian drill shit, it's corny. They turn it into spiritual drill shit, it's corny. They're not really doing Muslim drill, they just rapping. There's a lot of people trying to take what's being done authentically and flip it as some corny shit. You know what I'm saying? Why? They soul ain't in it. Then what you really gonna be talking about? Because what you hearing, if you stuck in the Christian box, you thinking, oh, he a Christian drill rapper. If you stuck in the spiritual thing, so anything you try to take out of what I'm doing is gonna only be able to fit your program if you ain't multidimensional. So that's why y'all hear niggas out here doing that. I slide on these niggas, hit them with some crystals. Nigga, that's corny. That's corny what you just said. You didn't know that? You know what I mean? And they doing that. You know what I mean? Me and Jesus Christ, nigga. Every song you with Jesus. If you so damn busy with Jesus, why the hell is you in the studio? Fuck is you talking about? You don't tell me this is Christian drill? Yeah, sliding on the devil, shoot the devil. What the devil do to you? You start looking crazy. What he did? Tell me one thing the devil did to you. Right now. A lot of y'all didn't even know the devil ain't even did shit to you. What he did? Say, I lost my whole family. Oh, okay, so you going through the test of Job? According to what y'all say, God is in on that. So how you gonna opt Satan and he only doing what the fuck God said he could do? Now next, what else? What he did? Bills do? He didn't do that to you. Bills just do. That's the system that you living in. Who is the devil man you said did something? Yeah, you talking about the government? Oh, then you need to diss them. Oh, you don't want to do that. Because then you can't do shows. Then you start coming for the government like how Jesus did. Then you actually like living it. Then you get crucified and you don't like that part. So you like, I need an imaginary enemy. So you was like, the devil, perfect. Yeah, I mean, you talking about Lucifer? Who are you talking about? Which devil are you speaking about? You speaking about Halal and them, Azazel, Baal, Molech? What the English, the ones who came out with the English Anglo-Saxon language that you speaking? Which devils is you talking about that you saying you going to war with? Nigga, what the fuck did they do to you? What devil did something to you? Nigga gonna look ask them, that's how they say the devil. Be like, man, what did the devil do to you that you know of? They're gonna be froze just like that. Then they program gonna break. So get ready. That's when people get the flail in their arms wildly. So just make sure you ain't standing within 6 feet of them. You know what I'm saying? Social distance your damn self as soon as you ask them that question. Nigga, what the fuck did Satan do to you? What he did? Well, you know, in the Bible, no, put it down. Give me that. Snatch. Now, without this book, what did the devil do to you? Tell me. What he did? He ain't did shit to you, huh? So why the fuck is you opping Satan? What he did? You get what I'm saying? My point is, they take the shit and make it corny. Now every song you shooting at the devil. All right, let me just tell you this. Only reason why they letting y'all do that is because you're not really at war. Because if the devil's getting shooting back at you, you don't really want to go to war with demons. I go to war with demons. No, you don't. Yes, I do. Oh, well then, all these rappers out here calling them demons, calling themselves demons, start calling them out. Well, what? Well, what? You say you go to war with demons? Yeah. Well, this nigga over here, they were Black Youngster to them, he just called himself a demon. This nigga over here, 21 Savage and them team, they call themselves demons. Everybody over here said they on demon time. You got plenty of people that you need to go to war with right now. Well, shut your bitch ass up because you know you don't want to go to war with no demons. Demons is real, nigga, and they telling y'all who they are. And you scared of them. You don't want to call their name. Then some other niggas said, well, I'm going to speak on stuff that don't nobody want to say. How you say you Christian and you, man, shut your bitch ass up. You try to come for that community of people because you think you're safe. You think it's safe doing that. Go to war. If you gonna go to war for real. Not go to war about what people doing in their bedroom. That's them in their bedroom. But I'm just saying, that ain't right. Okay, so then what the fuck they got to do with your soul? If you said it ain't right, then what the fuck is them doing it? Go like bro, when they hunch, is you crunched? Is it fucking up your program? You hear that shit from across the city? You know what I mean? Nah, nigga. You said you was a soldier and that you were gonna stand up against the beast. Yeah, call out the demons. Or shut your bitch ass up. Tell all them that. Call out the demons by name. Call out 21 Savage by name and go to war with him. If the power of Christ is real and it compels them demons, then nigga, you don't even need guns. You good. Go to Glenwood right now and blast that shit in the speakers and tell folk and them they got to stop doing the devilish that they doing. How I did with YSL and I was in Atlanta. I told YSL they got to stop. YSL like, nigga, this YSL shit forever. I said, okay, we're going to see. Next thing you know, YSL got flipped on their head. They king looked weak. Deteriorated in front of everybody. So, yeah, I literally told YSL over for them in front of them to their ears. By name, nigga, what you talking about? I really fought the demons. Hey, you got to be careful. They could try to kill you. Should they try to kill Jesus? So, it's y'all Christians' turn. D1, where you at? All that, my brother. Man, Jesus said he came not giving peace but a sword, nigga. According to these stories, supposed to be no peace, a sword coming. Well, y'all saw that. Take y'all purses, what it literally said, in your bags and change it out for some swords. Don't just be calling niggas talking my brother. Come on, brother. We lukewarm. We with Christ. We with Jesus. We ain't trying to say name Jesus just go viral. Shut your bitch ass up. This is a war going on. You need to call out the demons, D1. Call out the demons. You ain't saying nothing to 21 of them. You ain't saying nothing to them thug niggas and baby them. You ain't saying nothing to the OTF niggas and offsetting them and they whole clique. You ain't saying nothing to the demons. You need to be making them discourse to the devil and his clique that's out there calling themselves the demons and the devils. Where you at? Love of Christ. For the love of Christ. Man. So we tired of these niggas turning this shit corny. Nigga, this war for real. And we let our nuts hang. Jesus let his nuts hang. If you don't know nothing about the character in the story, like, Jesus let his nuts hang. Said, do something, nigga. Fuck, I don't give a damn. Let that bitch blow. Fuck you talking about? Right here. I mean, it's the life we choose. Stand up.
Man, these phones had to activate. Lie to they dumbass. Holy weed, it's the ancestor way. Lie to
yeah, doing bit like how you was so excited talking about doing a song with Birdman. I could roast the shit out of D1, nigga. They go against all your scriptures. You ain't supposed to have no companion with these devils. You ain't supposed to sit with the beings who mock Jesus and mock God. According to your own doctrine, nigga, you anti-you. You anti-God. I'm gonna work with the devil. Let's work. You can't work with the devils. Fuck is you talking about, nigga? You gotta be able to move with just how Jesus said move. That's your shit. Nah, they ain't gonna use that little Christian shit because they know all the demonic motherfuckers in the industry always be swearing up and down they with God. So they use that Christian shit as a cloak to get where they really want to go, which is fame, glory, notoriety, all this other stuff that they didn't think they would be able to get without using the cloak of God and Christianity. You niggas don't really want to go to war with these devils. It's safe for you to do it that way with Birdman and them because you scared of them. Tell the truth, she ain't the opposition.
Hey, dumbass. Dumbass. Dummy, dumbass.
What they thought?
Yeah, dumbass. Dummy, dumbass. Yeah, dumbass. Dummy, dumbass. Yeah, dumbass. Dummy, dumbass. I lie.
I lie. I lie. I lie. I lie. I lie. I lie.
I didn't go to the show last night.
You ain't got to lie, Craig. You ain't got to lie.
Yeah, I put it on. It's remarkable. Let's play who gon' push up quicker. This shit phenomenal. You can push up with no demons.
They get all smoke.
Hey, who that put up in that? Oh, that side phone. Yeah, Buku cut a big as fuck. And it's all new. Breaking bread. Bitch, come play with me, then break a leg. Shake my head. If they play with me, they take your leg. I put it on. It's remarkable. Brand new free. Call it Kelly. She remind me of my G. And I'm flying like a play. Straight reclining in my seat. She like, oh, can we eat? Wine and dine me, can we eat? Cause fuck off for people, so remarkable. Okay, they got five. We ain't tripping. We get shiny in this bitch. Pussy nigga, like he clipping. Better get tiny in this bitch. If I slip, it get hit. Please remind me when I mix. That I dig off in your shit. So remarkable, okay. Bet I feel that party. Inside out like college kids. Thank you, Ollie. Bet I box him in like Roddy Rich. Hey, look at you petite.
With your tiny ass.
You see you, what I need. Magnifying glass. Bitch, you strong. I'm in the swamp. Dragon flying past. Yeah, big old heater. Ain't no freezer. We play frying tag. Push up on the site. Serving niggas. It's so fine fast. And we do all the grass. We do math. You can sign that. Hey, brand new free. Call it Kelly. She remind me of my G. I'm flying like a play. Straight reclining in my seat. She like, oh, can we eat? Wine and dine me, can we eat? Cause fuck off for feet. So remarkable.
Okay.
We ain't tripping. We get shiny in this bitch. Pussy nigga, like he clipping. Better get tiny in this bitch. If I slip, it get hit. Please remind me when I mix. That I dig off in your shit. So remarkable. Okay.
So.
Okay. 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 I'm trying to get this so remarkable. I ain't had shit, but I
Did it without it.
Yeah, Ryan single player.
I don't fuck with you niggas.
Yeah, try to run me down, lost they legs.
Who else trying to get amputated about some bread? You pussy niggas scared. I'm fucking with they brain.
Hold them up. Every party ain't nobody said.
said name. Yeah, we know that boy issue. But keep it at a whisper. Shit, fuck what niggas talking about. Blow their ears out. Fuck what niggas talking about. Blow their ears out. Fuck what niggas talking about. Blow their ears out. I know niggas snakes bomb cutting the grass. Tell her down, you can see my whole foot in their ass. Yeah, all these niggas looking tired, I'ma put in the nap. Hey, what they talking about? They ain't slime me, my booger's still intact. Tack, wipe them out, splash, splash. Talking about jack, jack. Constant knot, check, 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 check. I ain't had shit, but I did it without it. Yeah, I ain't single player, I don't fuck with you niggas. Yeah, try to walk me down, lost they legs. Who else trying to get amputated by some bread? These pussy niggas scared. I'm fucking with they brain. Hold them up. Every party ain't nobody said names. You know that boy issue. They keep it at a whisper. Fuck what niggas talking about. Blow their ears out. I know a couple women who surviving off OnlyFans. He gave his only begotten son. And he was taking off. I'm like, hold on, they forgot one. They forgot one. Hold on, they forgot one. They're like, what have I done? When I fell out the room, around the room, just like, bless me, hold me down, test me, show me how. Feel like I'm the only child. So long, but how? Bless me, bless, hold me down, bless, test me, bless, show me how. Feel like I'm the only child. Feel like I'm the only child. They don't know me now. All these people who wanna be chosen. They wouldn't change minds with me. You don't know how I feel to watch the night fall while you crying. You're weeping, standing in the middle of the street while everybody. I don't know why. I'm not infallible, just made it out in time. I know how to make it out of wine. I leave without a about it, they only friends. Who's surviving off OnlyFans. But God so loved the world, he gave his only begotten son. The angels taking off. I'm like, hold on, they forgot one. They forgot one. Hold on, they forgot one. Go around the room, they're like, what have I done? When I fell out the room, around the room, you're like, what have I done? Okay. From the mother plane. I was outside making pies out of muddy rain. I remember I ain't even had 24 to tank. Now I'm in a big body booger and I'm cutting lane. Down with it, got it jump and we cutting lane. They running shit, government you like the other name. They running shit, what you know about that gutter game. I've been in the field with the get board, huddling. Teach me how to love a game. I'm from another plane. I'm not lit, it's just my essence. It's a butter thing. You're like Charlemagne. After that, another, then another, then another banger. No, they're not the two fingers up from the other angle. This the real fucking finger, diamonds on me. I remember, I ain't even had 20 for the tank. I ain't even had 50 for the bill. Metro, new shoe first day. These new shoes, by the way, great first impression. Oh, I remember. Vibes from the mother plane. I remember. Now I'm in a big body booger and I'm cutting lane. Now I'm in a got it jump and we cutting lane. They running shit, government like the other name. They running shit, what you know about that gutter game. I've been in the field with it, get more huddling. Ooh, teach me how to love a game. I'm from another place. I'm not fit. See, it's just my essence. Nuts. Shout out to Fari Ali.
Who gon' hold me down till I get on my feet, on my knees, calling out the God till I man hold these E's. Know this need to give up my scar, got it on repeat, but I need to forgive myself and give it all of me. Cause it's weighing on my chest, my nigga, we all go through it. You ain't gotta stress, my nigga, you gotta give yourself more, never less, my nigga. And yes, my nigga, I think I caught up in that jam, but no sin that you committed is uncommon to men. You must repent and make it right by any means that you can, and sometimes maybe you can't, but no, it's better to try. I know sometimes when you alive, it might feel better to die, and when you driving down that road, it might feel better to fly. Somebody walking feet hurting, wishing they had a ride. Somebody in a wheelchair, probably wishing to walk. It's probably someone lost the door and they just wishing to talk. It's probably someone never here wishing God let them off. So best be grateful what you had, cause you don't know till it's lost. Damn. Cause you don't know till it's lost. So just be grateful what you had, cause you don't know till it's lost. Damn. You gon' hold me down till I get on my feet, on my knees, call another God till I man holy G's. Know this need to give on my scars, got it on repeat. But I need to forgive myself and give it all of me. Feel I've been coasting in this ocean, I'm swimming but flowing. I'm just hoping I can keep this shit up in emotion. But hope without work is dead. So the playtime is over, I'ma work instead. I put my soul in these verses, I'm in my heart said dead. I've been having dreams again, smoke my shirt turn red, so I gotta make it out. And you crying so rough, take it out. Show the woman you ready to be, deny either mind reading nothing better than me. Everyone came from a womb, so the creator is he. And you don't need no the sky, cause baby girl you supreme. No, you don't need no the sky, cause baby girl you supreme. It's on my bus. You way more than a nigga, way more than a killer, way more than a robber, scammer, or a drug dealer. Protector and provider with the breath of God inside you. You a father and a teacher, you a warrior, a rider. A force that can't beat with your queen right beside you. Damn, damn. A force can't be beat with your queen right beside you. Damn, damn. Hold me down till I get on my feet, on my knees, calling another God till I man holy G's. Know this need to give on my scars, got it on repeat, but I need to forgive myself and give it all of me. Who gon' hold me down till I get on my feet, on my knees, calling another God till I man holy G's. Know this need to give on my scars, got it on repeat, but I need to forgive myself and give it all of me. Who gon' hold me down till I get on my feet, on my knees, calling another God till I man holy G's. Know this need to give on my scars, got it on repeat, but I need to forgive myself and give it all of me.
So phase one is alive.
I feel new, it's true. I like the phonies, don't you think?
He's not dead.
Going on for years, there's plenty more. We've been on our knees too long, but what we've been there for, we came up from in the boys, river running dry. Wasn't any water in his water, skinny brothers died. At the same time, tell me what if Biggie was alive. What if Diddy didn't put a ticket on pop? What if itty bitty Biggie went to the Piggly Wiggly to get a chicken pop? Ran into Nicki Minaj and got signed. She gave him a quarter in a car. He knew it wouldn't be long before he had to party too. Ran into an op in the parking lot at Target. They done cooked them. Is it hard for you to see what I'm grilling? If you didn't know the rappers with that barbecue still, we was still some babies, and regardless what you feel, the young niggas ain't lazy, but it's hard to do drip. We ain't half dry, that's a car with two wheels. Black. You gon' hold me down till I get on my feet, on my knees, calling out that God till I man holy G. Know this need to give up my scars, got it on repeat, but I need to forgive myself and give it all of me. Cause it's weighing on my chest, my nigga, we all go through it. You ain't gotta stress, my nigga, you gotta give yourself more, never less, my nigga. And yes, my nigga, I think I caught up in that jam, but no sin that you committed is uncommon to men. You must repent and make it right by any means that you can, and sometimes maybe you can't, but no, it's better to try. I know sometimes when you alive, it might feel better to die, and when you driving on that road, it might feel better to fly. Somebody walking feet hurting, wishing they had a ride. Somebody in a wheelchair, probably wishing to walk. It's probably someone lost a dog and they just wishing to talk. It's probably...
So for people insinuating that this man is dead, phase one is not dead.
Cause you don't know till it's lost, so just be grateful what you had, cause you don't know till it's lost. Damn. The middle of the street, the middle of the street. I met her in the people swagging. Oh, I wouldn't let her leave. She lied, said she slept with me. I told her, tell me what's the symptom. Oh, standing with my foot, pointed at her again. She go hammer to the knee, we can kick it. And so I got her in my reach, and then she leaned on to me. Let me tell you a secret. Bloodline is gold, the fringes are blue. It was given to me, so I share it with you. Yes, it was sweet till the stomach it wet. It didn't sit right with me, so it came up again. She threatened my life with a sword aside. On has been a breed. Could it be the final piece? Keep my after me. She burst in my quarters like, what have you done? I took what I could and I started to run. Not before I told her what I know. You'll never see me again. You'll never meet me twice. You'll never see me again. You'll never meet me twice. I told her what I know. You'll never meet me again. You'll never see me twice. You'll never meet me again. You'll never see me twice. I built me a temple and started anew. I changed my identity. Yep. So, firstly,
This song sound like a love song, right?
Could it be the final weekend?
Just wishing that's all the Christ stuff for people not dead. Cause you
It's supposed to sound like a love song. But when you look at it, I'm gonna tell you the key. I'm gonna tell you what to listen for, right? This song is about masonry, right? This song is about my experience as a mason, coming in as a mason, learning the things that I learned, and taking that science to the world. People having whatever judgments they had, including those who were of the order and the order itself. So this song is not just about masonry, it's about a bunch of other orders too. But the art of revealing and what it comes with. When you come into the world of darkness and you shine a true light. You see? So listen to it from that ear. The song is about masonry and my experience with it, and my experience as being a revealer of the sacreds that they really told us we weren't supposed to tell anybody. Every order told me the same thing. Don't tell these people, you're wasting your time. And there are going to be repercussions and consequences anyway.
You don't know till it's lost, so just be grateful what you had, cause you don't know till it's lost. Damn. The middle of the street, the middle of the street. I met her in a pink Volkswagen. Oh, I just need a standing with my feet, pointed out of the gate. She go hammer to the knee, we can kick it. And so I got her in my reach, and then she leaned onto me. Let me tell you a secret. Bloodline is gold, the fringes are blue. It was given to me, so I share it with you. Yes, the bread it was sweet till the stomach it wet. It didn't sit right with me, so it came up again. She threatened my life with a sword of Sion. Has been a breed. Could it be the final piece? Keep my after me. She burst in my quarters like, what have you done? I took what I could and I started to run. Before I told her what I know, you'll never see me again. You'll never meet me twice. You'll never see me again. You'll never meet me twice. I told her what I know. You'll never meet me again. You'll never see me twice. You'll never meet me again. You'll never see me twice. I built me a temple and started anew. I changed my identity, then I met you. She found me from friends that I thought were my crew. They traded me in for a bucket of loot. Yeah, she came like a thief in the night. Oh, there's been a breach. The siren said to me, be cautious. She burst in my quarters like, what have you done? I grabbed what I could and I started to run. Before I told her what I know, you'll never see me again. You'll never meet me twice. You'll never see me again. You'll never meet me twice. I told her what I know. You'll never meet me again. You'll never see me twice. You'll never meet me again. You'll never see me twice.
I saw it.
You'll never meet me in my quarter. Cause you don't know till it's lost. Damn.
So it should be clearer now, right? So first line you hear is what? The riddle of what? The riddle of the Sphinx. That's why I tell you, don't just listen to music. Listen to music. The riddle of the Sphinx. Listen.
The middle of the street. I met her in a pink Volkswagen.
The riddle of the Sphinx. The middle of the street. I met her in a pink Volkswagen. Right? Okay. Firstly, that means she was traveling. In the middle of the street, meaning in the middle of the pathway, this is what I came across. The riddle of the Sphinx. Remember I told you about the riddle of the Sphinx. The riddle of the Sphinx is tailored to each individual person. It's not one riddle, because if it's one riddle, then the next person will be able to come and be told that riddle. The riddle of the Sphinx is tailored to you individually and based off of your own capabilities of whether or not you'll be able to activate your potential to figure it out. And you have everything you need to figure it out. And some people don't want to activate their potential. They're not willing, and so they're not able to travel through the sphincter or the Sphinx. You see what I'm explaining to you? And I taught all of that, I think, in the secret files of fish, or the secret fish files. So the riddle of the Sphinx, the middle of the street, the middle of the pathway, the way, Patarak, as it's called in Mispatia, or Sarat the Musakim, your Sarat, or your way, your straight pathway, your Dao, whatever you want to call it, right? I met her in the pink Volkswagen. Why pink? Pink is the color of divinity, okay? A divine alignment. Stay with me.
Oh, I wouldn't let her leave. She lied, said she sick of me. I told her, tell me what's the symptom.
Right? I wouldn't let her leave. She laughed, said she's sick of me. I told her, tell me what's the symptoms. Meaning, I asked questions, right? I didn't just stay in the order and then be told what I was, you know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't let her leave. meaning I'm going to get everything I need to get out of this. And when she laughed and said she was sick of me, I said, okay, what's the symptoms of that? You see what I'm saying? I didn't let up on figuring things out. Tell me what's the symptoms. You with me? So you hear me say, standing with my feet pointed at a degree. So you'll look at the feet and think that the feet standing, somebody standing with their feet a certain way is random. But my feet being pointed at a degree was speaking on my travels, whether it was the 90 degrees or whatever, the 180 degrees or whichever degrees you were observing had something to do with where I was in my travels. So when I say standing with my feet pointed at a degree, right, is me speaking of the travel still of how the brothers were taught to stand, literally on their square, okay, or the 90 degrees. Right, she go hammer to the knee. We can kick it. Stay with me, the tour. So I got her in my reach, and then she leaned onto me. Let me tell you a secret. So I got her in my reach, and then she leaned onto me. Let me tell you a secret. All this is about masonry, and what you go through when you're figuring out what the secret is about. Really, there's no secrets. So I got her in my reach. That's the grip, right? The dap up, the grip, whatever you want to call it, the token. All right. I got her in my reach, and then she leaned onto me. That's when the brothers do the grip or the token, exchange tokens, and then they lean forward and they utter a sacred in each other's ear, the password. Okay? I got her in my reach, and then she leaned onto me. Let me tell you a secret. If you're listening now, you can hear it a whole different way. And then she leaned onto me. Let me tell you a secret. Bloodline is gold. The fringes are blue. The bloodline is gold. This go all the way back to the ancient Egyptian beings. Okay? That's supposed to be gold-blooded, right? Not cold-blooded, gold-blooded. The line of being gold is also speaking about Horus, called Harar or Har, the bloodline of the one you call Jesus. Okay? So the bloodline is gold. The fringes are blue. You see what I'm explaining to you? Why would I say the fringes are blue? Okay, most people think blue with gold fringes. Okay, the bloodline is gold. The fringes are blue. That which is attached to us, our connections, genealogically in every direction, okay, is blue. The waters. So you have the sun and the water right there, right? The bloodline is gold. The fringes are blue. That's not random. You look at the Masonic colors of the emblem, and you'll see the blue behind it. That's the waters of Nun. Okay, the waters. And then you'll see the gold, which is the sun, the light, the true light. And that true light goes back to the horizon. Har is rising, right? The rising of Har. Not just the descendants, the ascendants is who we are, who they're called. The ascendants of Har. And you won't hear that anywhere from what I just told you. So we're not descendants. Ascendants will be those who are part of that order of Har. And Har or Horus was the same image that you saw from flying over Tamaray. Okay, you saw the image of the bird, the falcon, the school of the bird, right? Horus, Harut, all the way back to Harut or Herat, okay, of ancient Kemet and all of his family, okay, who is Osiris and Isis and the council and the rest of them who were looked at as family. Everybody was looked at as family. The whole council is family, okay? Tefnut, all right, or Tefnut and Shu and Atum Re, they're all family. You see, even Set, Apophis, Taret, Ma'at, all that's family. Okay, Anit or Anut, all these beings are family, or Amut, family. You see, so there's a bloodline. This is a family thing. So the bloodline is gold, royalty, as you call it. When they say royal blood, what you're really trying to say is the genetics that tie you back to those beings who are off-planet beings. Okay, this was spoken of recently to me, something that I didn't really have much of a background knowledge about, which was HARD1. It's a gene called the HARD1 gene. I didn't know nothing about that. That just came to me about 5 nights ago. The HARD1 gene. I literally flipped my wig when I heard it. I said, it's literally called HARD1. And it was sent to me and explained to me what was being spoken about by Malachi of that HARD1 gene, of being an identifier of those who could be possibly the golden children or the changers in their genes or in their bloodline for their whole ancestry. Those who will be able to activate themselves to shift and make the change for the transformation. You with me so far? So the bloodline is gold, right? Look how the word golden pops up. If you can see the same thing. When it says who's joining, it said the person named Golden joined, right? The bloodline is gold. The fringes are, look at the person named Blue. I'm going to screenshot it for you so you can have it. Don't think I'm crazy. right? And I'll show y'all in a second if y'all remind me, but I'll show you that somebody named Golden just joined, and then after that, somebody named Blue, the Frenchie, just joined. So that's a part of it. You see how that works like that? Okay, the bloodline is gold. The fringes are blue. Say, Faze, why are you telling us all these secrets? Say, it was given to me or handed to me, so I'll give it to you, right? This was told to me, and now I'm going to hand it to you. This is what I went into it for, to find out, not to become no agents up under them. I'm not even built like that, right? So I'm an agent for you if you allow me to be. And I'm like, this was given to me, so I'll hand it to you. Listen, close.
Bloodline is gold, the fringes are blue. It was given to me, so I'll share it with you. Yes, the bread, it was sweet till the stomach it went.
So the bread, it was sweet. The bread is the information. Listen, the bread was sweet. To the stomach it went, but it didn't sit right with me. So it came up again. What does that mean? They told me I had to conceal it and never share the things that I learned. You see? And that didn't sit right with me. So it came up again. I'm not going to keep this in what's called hara, the belly, the bowels, or the gut. No, I'm going to allow it to rise. Okay? So what was in hara started to rise. It was rising. That's where you say you throw up, right? It came up again. But it's the same science of sweet to the taste and bitter in the belly. When you really understand what this information is, it's like, man, this is bitter. It ain't, you don't really walk around with it like, yeah, I got this and nobody don't know this and da da da. You start realizing, man, nobody knows this. Like, this is other level. How do I even have all of this at this age? This is me going through it at age 16. This is what I'm speaking about.
It didn't sit right with me, so it came up again. He threatened my life with a sword of silence.
Okay, the line is, she threatened my life with a sword of silence. This was when we were giving our dugard as Into the Princesses, right? Coming in after the divestation, when I was giving my nickname, where you had to go through the strip ritual, where act like you stripping, and you know what I mean? Meaning like you have to take your shirt and pull it up over your shoulder and pull one pant leg up and put a blindfold on. And that was symbolic of you being born again, as in naked completely. You see what I'm saying? The same way you were when you first came through the waters. All right, the waters is symbolic of your mother, okay? A replication of the science of Nun, from the primordial waters, or the prime order, meaning like primary order, the first order that was here, the waters. All right, in the book of Genesis, chapter 1, you read it in the big 1 verse 2. I read it specifically 1 verse 2 and 3. You'll see about the waters that was deep and the spirit that hovered over it and all this stuff. That water that they were speaking about was called Tehom, and Tehom is like saying the deep waters or the primordial waters, like saying Tehomeh, Tehemeh, or Tehomeh. Okay, so the letters be more like Te, or okay, Tet, and then you say He, and then you say Meme, Te, He, Meme, okay, which is similar to saying Tia Mat or Tia Ma'at, Tehu Ma'at, the god Ma'at, right, which takes you back to another order, the waters of the women. Okay, so when you say my son, you're saying my son, and who's speaking that? The one who's speaking that is the mother, right? The son of the Ma. Ma is also another word for water. So son of the water, one who came through the water. The son of the water is who? Horizon. Hor rises out of the water, the horizon. When the sun rises up out of the water. You see, so the son of the water is an occurrence. Then he speaks about different stages that you go through. What Malachi was speaking about, Atumre, all right, Anunre, and then or Atunre, and then you have Amunre. After you go through all of that and you rest. You know what I'm saying? All of these stories align the same way, but it's dealing with the orders of the water, and not everybody reaches that level. When I reach that, I said people need to know this. So I'm explaining to you. So when we go through the steps, we go through all that, we learn our name and all that. We've been told we had to keep it to ourselves. My thing was, I need to put this out. People need to know these things. And no matter what it is, okay, once they know it, they won't be able to say they didn't know. No matter what it is, what order it is, or who they was associated with before me, when they find it, they'll have the formula to not just be speculatives anymore, to be operatives. Anyway, so they threatened my life with a sword of silence. We have something that was called the arts. We have something called our parts, and we have something called our points. I call it application, okay? All right, I finished it really. I said you have really APP, and then you have the LY at the end, which is your lessons that you get from it, and you have yourself. Well, what are you going to do with all of this? Okay, so your arts, your parts, your points, your lessons, and yourself. Apply. I didn't stop at app. I said apply. Okay, and the arts, parts, and the points, you have something that's referred to as the penalties. And the penalty is saying, if you reveal these sacreds or these ancient mysteries, then you will receive of no penalty less than having your throat slit and you use your arm to signify that you were slitting your throat by angling your elbow at your throat level and pulling it to the right. And that was saying I would slit my own throat, and then you move your hand over your mouth to say, and rip my own tongue out before I tell the secrets. That was also symbolic of the sword. Okay, so when you do that, it's a sword that they were using to cut your throat. We're telling the secrets. It's supposed to amplify the fact that you're supposed to keep the secrets sacred. You get what I'm saying? So that's what the sword represents. One of the ways the sword represents. Also, the sword represented many words. All right, passwords that were used, and not everybody would have the same password. Not everybody had the same pass keys or pass codes. You get me? So that's a whole nother story. But the point is, the sword of silence is what's being represented there. Okay, so when I say she threatened my life, she is referring to the Masonic order of what we had to pledge when we were coming in. I didn't honor that pledge because I never had no intention of honoring that. I knew I was going to run my mouth. I knew I was going to reveal. I knew I wasn't going to be no concealer. I knew that that was a part of the thing that I was choosing to do, to go in and find out what it was and tell all my people what I could about it, whoever it was that would be able to listen. So she threatened my life with a sword of silence is something that I actually went through in real time.
It didn't sit right with me, so he came up again. He threatened my life with a sword of silence. Has been a breed. Could it be the final piece? Keep watch after me.
Okay, so there's a real subtle bar that comes after sword of silence. It's like, woo, woo, there's been a breach. All right, when they start realizing who and what I am and what I'm doing, they try to start, you know what I'm saying, pulling back, but it's too late. Because I'm infiltrating to figure this out, and I know I need to, and I've been sent here to do that. And this was me studying it, and then they found me on my studies and said, we want to talk to you about the square, and didn't know what I was there for. I wasn't there to be up under you with my passport and my badge and all that stuff. No, I was there to seek, all right, find. After asking, I was seeking, or I sought, I found it, and I left. So people like, you a Freemason? I'm not a part of no lodge, no none of that. My last time being at a lodge or reported to my lodge was in 2019. You see, I joined and came to the order around 2015. I think it was the year 2015. So CTTO means came to the order. So I came to the order. Look at what I'm speaking. It's 424, right? That before this order. And it was 74 people on the live when I said that. 74 is GD, G-D, which is also another Masonic thing. And that before this honor is also GD, another Masonic thing. This is how we pay attention. There's numbers and keys and signs that, you know, are brought to our attention. Some people may not pay attention to it. But when you get to a certain level, you have to. Right? So all of these things I learned young. I decided that I was going to bring it forth to the people, and eventually I started to. You see that? Hope it's clear. So when they say there's been a breach, right? Let's go back to that line. Woo, woo, there's been a breach, right? Meaning they started to realize, okay, this dude is different, right? And then I say, could it be the final feast? Now, mind you, this song was written a year ago. Right? I just did the Final Feast show. I don't even know if y'all realize that's what I called it. But it's okay, because some people will realize and see it. Some people may not realize it, may not ever see it, was moving in real time. So it was called the Final Feast. All right. And you saw me dressed up in my blue. Right? When I told y'all about the blue blood is unseen. The red blood you see, the blue blood you don't see. Okay, so it's happening in an unseen realm. All of that I was explaining. You also realize that I had the Masonic emblem on my hat. You see? So stay with me. I'm showing you things in real time. You also see that the brothers were walking around with swords, right? Stay with me. I'm showing you things in real time. Everything happens exactly how we need it to happen. It's going to be exactly how we say because we say so. All right? We understand the power of utterance. Not the tongue, the power of utterance. Utterance is utter. Utter is associated with the breast. All right. If I say there's something I need you to know, I'm going to keep you abreast. All right. Breast is utter. I'm going to tell you. Utter is something that's used to take and receive information. Okay. So information in the form of nutrients flows through the udder, which is the breast of the mammal. Okay. The mama L. The mama L, and L means guide. Mama guide. The guide mother. Okay. The mother actually streams forth that information from the breast, and she feeds you that information that you need to keep developing. All right, in those vital moments after your ejection from the womb, okay, or you call it birth, all right, after the umbilical cord is cut. So you need to have some type of sustenance coming through when you were being fed everything through your umbilical cord, taking in oxygen through your blood stream, literally the placenta and all of that aids and assists with that, okay? So you weren't breathing how you would think. You were receiving oxygen through the blood of who? The Mama L. Okay, the mother God. You stay with me. So after I give you the utterance and you're kept abreast, now you know what's moving and know what's flowing. You see that? So this is something that I was, again, learning about and said, I'm going to teach it to people. I'm going to show people what that utterance is, and then they're going to have that power. And whoever it is that has an issue, it wouldn't matter at that point, because now it's too many of y'all that have it. But the thing is, people want to become a part of orders to be special. And that wasn't my thing from the beginning. You with me?
She threatens my life with a sort of side on has been a breed. Could it be the final feast? Keep watch after me.
Okay. The final feast has already passed. I did that in front of everybody. I literally called it the final feast, invited everybody to watch it, see it, listen to it, pay attention. Those of y'all who had the live stream link, you saw the game that we played, and you were able to listen and hear the gems that I was giving. But you need to go back and listen. If you still have the link, you need to go back and listen to why I was saying certain colors, why I was saying certain numbers, the times that I did it. See about codes that whatever you can figure out about it, because some things I ain't gonna be able to just say outright. And then you have to know that I didn't script that. So when people were having experiences of people touching the hand and I didn't touch their hand for real, but they thought I did, and all of that was, and I was nowhere near them, but they said that they felt me touch their hand, and they felt somebody behind them, and they felt wind blowing over them, but it wasn't really wind. It was like a pressure change, all this other stuff. You need to listen to it, because that's what people bearing witness in real time to something happening that I will not be able to say all the way. But you're able to witness it in different degrees at different times. When I told y'all about the Telegram link, I said, everybody go ahead and send the money in, you get a Telegram link. Whoever said whatever they said, all the naysayers, that was on them. Those who said whatever, the 10 or 20, whatever it was, some people had the opportunity to meet me because of that. You see what I'm saying? And they came through because of that. And they thought it was just some random thing. Now, I don't do the same thing every way the same way. So don't think you can be listening as an op and figure out that you think that you figure out my program. You'll never figure it out. The point is, if you get close enough to see something, it's because there's a window for you to be able to see it. But those windows close. All right? Those gates close. Those doorways close. Okay, so people were able to see it in real time that the final feast took place. So the final feast did take place, and you know what is supposed to be in the story after that, but that's when it gets tricky. Okay, because there's some people got this part of the story, some people got that part of the story, some people don't know what's going on. Okay, it's happened, and it is happening, and it was written to happen, and it's written to have happened. You get what I'm saying? Okay, so you listen to it. Could this be the final feast? A question, like I told you, in science, those who've been walking with me long enough, if you haven't, I'll give you the science of the science. When scientists make their documentaries and they put them out there on the History Channel, whatever it is, or Animal Planet, whatever, most of the time it's History Channel, and they ask these questions, all right, or Discovery Channel, they'll ask these questions. Could it be that this, that, and the third? And I tell people that's the answer. When they ask you, could it be possible that these people, this is their way of saying that it is that, but they don't want to make the statement publicly. They're communicating with one another about what the question is and the hypothesis is for other scientists to grab it and know, for one, this is what the thesis is, this is what the common thesis is, and then you can go find out more information about it if you're able to or willing to. You with me? So when I say, could it be the final feast? Remember, I wrote this song a year before I dropped the album. That particular song is old. Now you'll never see me again. Never see me again. Now you see me, now you don't. Listen, because Now You See Me, Now You Don't just came out, right? I didn't know they would come out with that. There's no way, because I don't write the movies, correct? I don't write the scripts, right? So how could, in the unseen lessons that I'm giving y'all, or teachings that I'm giving y'all, in the midst of that, they come up with a movie called Now You See Me, Now You Don't, and then this song on this album is Never See Me, Never See Me Again, right? You'll never meet me twice. Okay, stay with me. All of this being shown. So I say, could it be the final feast? Keep watch after me. I'm sliding stuff in there for y'all to just hear, so that when you see certain stuff happen, how this nigga was able to say this and do this and why that happened. Don't try to put no title on it. Just watch the story. The story done happened a bunch of times, and it's the same way every time for you to be able to find it. Now your generation get a chance to see the story happening. You see? And you'll see how they'll do me. They'll say, he trying to be this. He trying to do that. He trying to make his own doctrine. And I'll say, I don't have no doctrine. My doctrine comes from the Father, who I call Pops. You see what I'm saying? And they miss it. They say, oh, he doing this. He trying to look like Malachi. I'm like, I'm not trying to look like Malachi. When you see me, you see God. We called Malachi God growing up. That's the God. Before everybody started trying to take that, that was the master and is the master, the Most High. The Most High, as far as nobody surpassed him. And I gave y'all the opportunity to show that somebody that you actually can tangibly look and see exists surpassed him. So that's the Most High. So you looking at me, I know you see me and you see all this power and all this other stuff. I say, man, you could do the same thing. Look at me like I'm your brother. I mean, anybody that see what I see and you doing what I'm doing, man, you activate or go beyond me. Greater works than these you'll be able to do. And they still missing that. So don't be one of the ones who miss it or forget Enoshites, because there's an Enoshite that was around recently. It's a few Enoshites, and they just willingly forgot. And they went out into the world again. So I'm not talking about physically around me always either. I'm saying those who can pay attention and walk close enough to understand what's going on. You see what I'm saying? So could this be the final feast? I said, keep watch after me, right? This aligns with Through the Sun AI album that I dropped shortly after the song called All by Design, right? As a matter of fact, let me let you hear that so you can get those pieces. All by Design. We might not have much longer either. I think I got on here at what, 1? So we got a few more minutes probably before they cut it. Right? Let's look at it. All by Design. You want to figure out what's going on, you got to keep walking. Man on the moon, late afternoon in June. Man on the moon, late afternoon in June. Pay attention. Character switch. Listen, I have to break it down for you. Character switch. Okay? Remember, y'all just watched me die in front of everybody, and everybody think they know what's going on. I'm about to get up out of here. I'm not talking about this live. They saw that. They think they know what's going on, but they only seeing that. People witnessed that happen in real time, in person, in June. You with me so far? In June, I disappeared in front of like 30, 40 people, however many people was there. And it took 13 seconds to disappear. And then everything that was built around that, they believed it. The illusion of it. You see, being a trickster don't mean something negative. When you're a trickster, you understand how tricks work. Magicians have to know how tricks work. Illusionists have to understand how tricks work. All right? If you got the pen to be able to write the truth, then you understand what the lie is. They said Allah leads astray who he wills, but he only leads astray the motherfuckers is in the camp or the disbelievers that don't want to help the motion. So then they'll be fooled. We've done it before multiple times. And then the world will be amongst the day that I'm talking about, right? And then the few will know what's happening. They'll be of the knowing, and they'll be made free. You will know the truth, and the truth will be made free. Jesus, in the story, didn't reappear to everybody. He only reappeared to a few. Now, everybody got the word in the story, but they didn't see or observe or touch me, feel me. I'm flesh in the story. Am I saying I'm Jesus? No. I'm saying the story is something you need to know so you can understand why the story or his story repeats itself over and over and over again. So everybody had the idea of what's happening with phase 1 or Omari. They said Omari gone, da-da-da-da. They said phase is gone, da-da-da-da, woo-woo. Why? Because they were going based off what people were saying. You see? If they were reading into it, they'd be like, yo, he said, yo, I promise you always somewhere else on the planet. Hey, man, shout out to Ish, bro. Peace from London. Peace from Africa. Peace from... I would be surprised if you text me, you're like, yo, I'm on the moon. What you doing? Hey, man, shout out Ish. You know, so, I mean, it's a real story. So listen to it. No crucifix, who is this? So if it say character switch with no crucifix, then who is this? Everybody looking for me to claim to be this or claim to be that. They're waiting on that because they need to try to box me in. It's like the same thing in your lifetime. It don't got to be nothing deeper than that. When people try to figure out, oh, so what you do? Or what's your religion? Or this, other, they try to box me in. So when the character switches and there's no crucifix, then who is this? All right? What make you think you know everything there is to know about this thing and you just got here? You see what I'm saying? So those who, like, you read Al-Quran in Surah 4, I think it was, chapter 150, chapter 4, or Surah 4, ayah 157, when they was speaking about the crucifixion, and he said people didn't really know that the nigga didn't die for real, and it was made to look that way. That's very important science. Something that's made to look away. You watch the end of the movie, which you should have watched by now, so it's a spoiler. You watch the end of the movie, Now You See Me, Now You Don't, and the man that was supposed to have been in prison all the while in the movie, I'm just saying, in the movie, the man that was supposed to have been in prison all the while, they're like, man, I thought you was locked up. You said you was in prison. And he was like, man, I know what you're thinking. Oh, you lied to us. He's like, no, I didn't lie to you. I just led you to believe something that wasn't true. And this was so that y'all could work together and finally do this and that. And the master would see certain things that the students wouldn't see. So he's on a different plane, a different level, handling things a different way. And he'll say stuff in the doctrine. He say, all of this happened so that this could happen. All this happened so the whole world can know who we are. All this happened so that y'all can finally see who the devils are amongst you. All this happened to da-da-da-da. And people like, ain't no way somebody could, you know what I mean, disappear for 23 years and then, you know, pop up with the revelation of the plan. I'm like, you may not know what a master is, because it's the same way you say that, then ain't no way somebody can have a 60-year plan, huh? But no, I know somebody who had a 60-year plan, and his name is Dr. Melikazi York. And before I was even birthed, the plan was rolling out. I was born, literally fell out the room and landed, hit my head on the plan. I said, where am I at? The plan was like, you want me? So I was like, okay. I landed on the plan, on Tamaray, seeing everything happening, and all this, and it was happening so fast. And then it happened how it happened, and then it never stopped for me. Whoever it slowed down for, I don't know nothing. I can't do nothing for that. I don't know. But for me, it never stopped since the moment my first thoughts of I am a conscious being started to come around age 2 and 3, when I was on Tamaray. It never stopped. It was never a dull moment. It was always something else being revealed. I'm in Athens, Georgia now. They got some people over at the building, somebody getting the readings and updates from the master. People coming around my mama. I'm here listening to them conversations. You know what I mean? I was just talking to my aunt recently. She was like, all you did was observe. I was like, yo, tell me more about the conversations we had when I was young. She said, you didn't talk much at all. She said, every time you be around, you have your thumb in your mouth and you'll be sitting there observing and watching everything and listening. And she said, you didn't want to miss nothing. She said, and the only reason why you able to tell me and say back to me that we was up for hours speaking is, she said, because your little ass was sitting right there. You see what I'm saying? She literally said that. She like, you was the midget who was sitting there with a thumb in his mouth, listening and observing everything while everybody else was playing and da-da-da. And that's her observation. And that's reality. I remember that. But I didn't even think like, damn, I didn't talk a lot. You see what I'm saying? I observed. So by the time I was able to start speaking, I spoke proper English, correct at the bottom of the root, because my Omi and them spoke it around. I was speaking Nuwapi because I was observing first before then and listening. I'm not saying I'm an anomaly, because that's how people learn. It's just most people were paying attention to things like toys and all that stuff and off to their own little, you know, corner of illusion. I wanted to know what this thing was, and I still want to know what it is. So it never ended for me. You see? So when I say character switch, stay with me. No crucifix. So who is this? Look at the images you're looking at right now, right? And you see where I'm at in the journey. Because at first I wasn't dealing with that Ankh tweet shit. I wasn't dealing with none of that. The Sabian shit. I wasn't trying to hear it, because most of the beings that I encountered over there was straight disagreeable. So I don't want to be nowhere near that. But I was like, well, as a Nuwabian, I still want to see what it's about. So I started to research it more and see more about what it was that was being said. Not listening to just somebody say he didn't write the book. I'm like, I'm going to go see for myself whether or not I can find his voice in it. Because growing up on the books, growing up on the teachings, let me tell you something. I know his voice. You can't play with me. So when I read, I said, this is him. Now, this isn't him how they think. I'm not going to be able to say too much. I hear it. It's not how they think. It's not how they think. They thinking, all right. I'm going to say it like this. If I hear a loud bang within 9 seconds, I ain't going to say what I'm about to say. I'll take it as, don't say this, get back to what you're doing, nigga. You talk too much. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. He playing in their face. He know what they did. He know what all of them did. And he know what they're doing. So he write doctrine that aligns with fucking up their soul. He know exactly what's going on. He's still able to see everything moving. So they think it's doctrine. He exposing them piece by piece. And every time they read certain parts of the doctrine, they don't know that it's an attack. It's an attack. He fighting back. So they think it's like, oh, he gone, you know what I mean? Let's play culture. Patty cake, bakers, man. You know what I mean? That's what they think they're doing. In all actuality, every time he write books, they really don't be wanting to release certain books because the book be talking about them directly. They ain't telling y'all that. Some of these books they don't want to release. Some of the doctrine they don't want out. Some of the things he's saying, they'll alter it. I watched it happen. He'll say, this is the message, and they will literally alter it. He'll say something and put it in there and say, and this includes the house. This includes up there in Brooklyn. And they will cut it out. And I'll ask, like, why they took that part out? Well, we just want people to be able to get the bulk of the message. I'm like, the whole message is the message. If he's saying what he's saying in this applies to y'all up here that who got to deliver it, you can't cut that part out. The family need to know he talking about y'all. But that's what's happening in the books. Some of y'all like, y'all think the books that y'all got is the only books. A lot of stuff not being put out. A lot of stuff being held back. And the updates, they're giving it to y'all incomplete. Because they fucked up on how he be knowing certain shit. Like, how did he know that? There's no way he can know that. It's like, how do you not know that somebody getting locked up don't change who they are? Meaning, it doesn't mean you're not still dealing with the same person, the same being. If you get locked up and you're intelligent locked up. I was just watching the movie, what's the movie called? Roof Man. Nigga escaped from prison a few times. You see what I'm explaining to you? And didn't have to be caught. You get what I'm saying? Because he's intelligent. He was saying it ain't the prison that lock you up, it's the people. Which is why they had to put Malachi in ADS because they was afraid he had too much influence on people. When he met people, they'll put him in a spot where they trying to put these charges out there. You know, they know people gonna pull your paperwork and find out what you in there for, what the media saying, all of that. And they thought that people was gonna attack him. And it didn't go like that. They'll go in there, put them in there, walk out, they'll come back 9 minutes later, and everybody in there knew obvious. Everybody in there, Rahu back. Like, nigga, I just walked out this motherfucker. How is everybody Rahu back? And the nigga that come back in, leave out this motherfucker and say, Rahu back. The guards was turning. The COs was like, this nigga's real. Caucasians was coming out saying, Malachi's innocent. I mean, that's for real. I'm telling y'all for real. You're like, I've talked to him. He's a good dude. I believe some of the things they were saying in the media, but then I met him, and then, you know what I'm saying? he's innocent, and his people did him wrong, and blah, 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 whoop, whoop. And, you know what I mean? The nigga Caucasoid don't even have nothing to do with the shit, but you know what I'm saying? Hey, listen, when he came out, that motherfucker, listen, he was like, I have to bear witness. So they keep trying to move him around. They were like, man, we can't put this nigga nowhere but in the dungeon. And even still, they can't stop him from writing. So they're afraid of his pen. You can't stop him from writing. He can still write. He can still write books. So, like, man, it's a whole thing. So my point is, you look at the image, you can see where I'm at in the journey. You see me standing on the rock, right? The body is a temple. You see, where would Jesus build his church? Right? I'll tell you where Jesus would build his church at. He'll build his church on top of the mountain. Excuse me. He'll build his church on top of the rock. The body is a temple. And then you look at the title, you say, oh, Operation Resurrection. Oh, okay, this nigga think he Jesus. I'm going to tell you, this is what they're going to be thinking like. I know that already, right? I don't think I'm Jesus. You don't know what's going on. Operation Resurrection. Resurrection is the life after life science, which, again, I wasn't rocking with none of this shit in the beginning. I didn't even know what the fuck it was, right? But I went in and seen it for myself. And life after life was something that initiates go through. It's not for everybody. So some people just walking around with arm tweets don't even know what's going on. Not everybody's a pharaoh. So you wouldn't know what's going on. You know what I mean? They said the pharaohs used to suck their thumbs. They had overbites when they dug up some of the bodies because they sucked their thumb. Activation that took place right up there. Same type of activation that I be telling y'all about when y'all speak the language and you say something like Rahubat. It's not just about saying Rahubat. You want to know what's sacred? It's about every time you do that, there's a vibration. Now do it. Remember we used to warm up for singing if you ever sang and took a chorus and you warm up, you say ma, the tip of the tongue, the top of the teeth, the tip of the tongue, the top. Everybody, you're not doing it right. You got to relax your face. You start feeling the itch and all this other stuff. You do that after a while, then there are different vibrations that you're experiencing, right? Same way if you do, you know what I mean? As opposed to you speed that up. Different things gonna take place, right? Okay. I tell people, think about it. When you put the clippers, when you shaving your beard, those of y'all who use the electronic clippers, and some of y'all know that sound for other reasons. But either way, when the vibration touches your body, right? What tends to happen is after you cut off the device, there's still the effect. So when you're talking, it sounds like this when you're sleeping for a while, right? Because the vibrations are still interacting with your being. Okay, so you're not just saying Rahubat. It's something is happening, right? Every time that occurs. So if you were sucking your thumb, there was pressure in certain places that it wouldn't be for most people. That's where the overbite comes, because there's an alteration in how you would have been forming opposite that, like the barotheric gland talks that people be having, where they want to remove your tonsils. And Malachi said your appendix and your appendix and your tonsils is hooked up to your barotheric, has associated with the barotheric that was supposed to have been maimed from human beings. The ability to have psychometry activated, you'll be psychometric. To have your intuition activated, you'll be intuitive. Have your telepathy activated, you'll be telepathic. To have your what else was it? Might have been what was it? Psychometry, intuition, telepathy, and why am I not remembering the fourth one? Intuition, psychometry, clairvoyance. Your clairvoyance. You will be clairvoyant, right? So you have your clairvoyant or clairaudient abilities also. So all of that came from the installation of the barotheric gland, which wasn't done by a human being saying, you know what, I got a barotheric gland. So he said he used to fuck with people who they thought it made them special because they could say they had a barotheric, and they said they all threw the ball under my chin, right? You feel that? I got a barotheric gland. So he said he'll put his hand on their chin and feel it and be like, yeah, you're right. You got your barotheric gland. And then he'll walk off on them, but he knowing they don't have it. So he just fuck with people like that. You get what I'm saying? So the point is, not everybody pharaoh, so not everybody gonna understand certain things. I had something called Pharaoh clan in high school, and I told people what it meant. Pharaoh was saying something you're going to become, who you evolved it into. You're not there yet. And a clan meaning a group of people that are doing that, right? So I said, don't worry. When we graduate, by the time we graduate, they're going to infiltrate woke. And then I'm going to come back around, and I'm going to show people that it was infiltrated. And I put a song as a marker called Real Woke, right? So people could know. So I went out here saying I'm woke off of people in the conscious community, whatever the fuck. I said they're going to infiltrate that and make it mainstream. And it went and it happened exactly as I did. So now when you look at what woke is, they talk about socialism and all this other stuff and, you know, political shit and all that. Now AI listens to every time I talk. So they'll try to change certain things. Every time I say AI don't know what Nuwapic is or Nuwapu is, they try to listen in and say, what you mean we don't know? And they try to add on whatever the fuck they're trying to interpret with what's being said. If you don't know that's how AI works, that's how AI works, especially Google, that tracks data all across the net. No matter what you're doing, what app you're using, they still tracking it, right? So AI overview is supposed to be like replacing ChatGPT, and eventually the search engine will be AI-based predominantly. You see, I mean, that's the plans. So either way, they don't know what it is, but they're listening to see what it is. You get what I'm saying? And because they don't know what it is, they don't really know what to tell people. You get me? So real woke was something that I gave them. So I said, look, I'm going to come out and tell people what it is and show people back to Nuwapu because they're going to be separated and segregated. And I was teaching people that back then. You see me with a 16-year-old Mason class that went multi-million viral before these other people talking about they was all this other stuff teaching and all this other stuff. It was that big video, and 16-year-old Mason teaching class Hidden Knowledge was a video that I didn't even post. And in the video, you see me wearing the United Nuwaubian Moors, Nuwaubian Nation of Moors flag, right? And I was teaching back then about masonry because I became a Mason at age 16. So I wasn't doing what everybody was doing. I was on my way. Now you see me, I'm still on my way. Oh, by the way, I'm always on my way. So you see this image, you see me standing on the rock. You see me standing on the mountain. Operation Resurrection, you see the city in the background with explosions. You say, them ain't explosions, them is fireworks, right? Because you may not have been paying attention. But when I posted, what did I post? I posted this. You see that? Imagery tell a story. You see? And if you know that, when you know that, you'll understand how symbols are able to hide stories. And then you'll have traditionally or oral tradition where things are passed on where you can look at it and say, oh, this is what this story means because they pass it on to you for you to know what it means, right? Okay, so now you're looking at the fireworks differently, right? Okay, what city do you know about that was destroyed? Sodom and Gomorrah, biblically. Sodom and Gomorrah, the place of desire, the realms of desire, the realm of the dead, right? The evil doers and dwellers. Okay, so that's back there. That's the destruction of Sodom and Gomorrah. You'll see. Don't worry. Right there on the rock, that's Lot. Okay, so to speak, standing on the mountain because he was able to avoid the blast. That back there is a green craft. Okay, you're hearing a lot about them recently. They don't know what's going on, all this stuff, so don't worry. But you see that it's interacting with the Ankh Tui, life after life, right? Some people escape the destruction. Not everybody suffers death in the second death. Okay, so Operation Resurrection also happening after I gave you the song Sorry to Bother You All, right? And when I had my wife come on and read the letter, y'all should have been listening instead of being entertained, right? You should have been listening for the words. I'd say, don't believe anything. Everybody sitting on here sad because she crying. So what she crying? You see, that means somebody can get on a live and cry and now you're sad. What if they're fake crying, which is what she was doing? Did this happen for the first time? No. When I disappeared in front of everybody, you want to know who helped me sell that? My wife. She was crying. She broke down crying. And everybody started feeling sad. You see what I'm saying? And this, I saw it happen. You know what I mean? And that really started saying, she's crying. She ain't snipped. She really was crying, breaking down. You see? But nobody asked, woman, why weepest thou? You see? Now, I saw one of the younger brothers. He like 17, 18. His name is Gabriel. One of the younger brothers was, because I was watching everything in the Telegram groups and everything that's happening behind the scenes. I told y'all, get involved. If you didn't, whatever, I don't care. I ain't forcing you. So you ain't gonna have front row seats. You just be back there in the audience mad about shit you ain't even a part of. I said people get mad at the lesson, you ain't even in class. Right? So one of the brothers, Gabriel, I told him get on his shit, basically, and he got on his shit. So he didn't just get on his shit, like he really on it. I'm watching everybody try to discern about different little stuff and soft stuff. And the brother was like, yo, anybody notice this? He was like, woman, why weepest thou? Because Asia, my wife, was crying. He knew what to ask. What's so interesting is I gave them the answer. After the first disappearance took place, I told everybody, why nobody asked me, why nobody asked my wife, woman, why weepest thou? You see? Like, why you not solving it? You got to solve this shit. And it's always happening like this, or you'll just believe anything that looks and sounds a certain way. You get me? Okay. So you see me there, right? Operation Resurrection, correct? On top of the mountain, correct? The Ankh Tui, the double life, correct? All right. You see the green light, the city back there destroyed and the darkness in between. You see this? This is how you're going to know what's moving forward. Because this is supposed to be a revelation for what point in time? January 1st of New Year's. All right? Or New Year, the New Year. So just keep watching. All right? Now watch. This song is called All by Design. Why? Because I'm bored. I'm literally telling you it's all in the plan. It's all by design. I was trained and raised by masters. So I'm not regular, and I'm telling you, you don't need to be regular either. That way you don't get left behind. Son of woman. He didn't say son of man. It's all by design. He said son of woman. Listen. Hidden inside. Son of woman. Hidden inside. Hidden inside what? Plain sight. All right. Son of woman. Hidden inside. Plain sight. Go listen to the song. Yay, not crazy. Right? Mama, the reason I am a Mason. Couldn't wait for no man to raise them. Just look at my mannerisms. I'm so supreme. Right? Mama, the reason I am a Mason. Mama, 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 mum, mum. Mum's the word. Mum. Right? Mama. Okay? Mum's the word mean what? Silent. Okay? Hidden, concealed. In the world don't know who the fuck he is. Son of woman. Hidden inside. But listen. Son of woman. Hidden inside. Can't hide. But he can't hide. And he gonna explain why he can't hide. So you gotta keep listening, right? So this is, again, he ain't claiming to be nothing. You gotta watch a story happen in real time. All these people trying to play these games, call themselves the Christ, all this other stuff, because they think it makes them special. No, this story is real. Listen. Won't be too long before they cannibal recognize. Remember, this is AI, so anything you're hearing, I literally programmed it for you to hear. So I said, son of woman, hidden inside, can't hide. I'm hidden it right there in plain sight, right? The son of woman, I ain't call myself the son of man, right? Son of woman, hidden inside. Things will be rewritten in real time. Watch. Can't hide, okay? Why? Because it won't be too long before the cannibals recognize. They're going to hear that voice. They were like, we know who this is. He won't say it, but we know who this is. Right? Okay, watch. All in the story, don't worry. So he bides his time. Somebody asked me earlier, why do you allow Amber-like people around you knowing that they're devils? I'm biding my time. If only you knew, they would have been got rid of me. If I didn't know how to walk along the hands of time, they would have been got rid of me. I had to play the game. You see, are you hearing me? Your ear can hear, right? So you asking why, the answer, he bides his time in his movie of life. Listen. When you don't see me, I'm backstage going over my lines. Right? In accordance to the script. In a story that you're supposed to know. So when you don't see me and you wonder where I'm going, or if you see me and I'm silent and I'm staring up in space, I'm recalibrating, going over my lines. Don't worry, don't think you got to get it all now. As long as you're listening, when all this, you know what I'm saying, you'll have it in time, and you're going to know what it has to do with you. Some people just part of the audience. A few of you I'm talking to, this has something to do with you. Sometimes you don't know what it has to do with you because you're going through it. And you're going to see eventually, oh, this is what it was. He pulls water from wine. Did he say, and he turns water into wine? No, things being rewritten in real time. He pours water from wine. I said that in one of the other songs. I know a couple women I know a couple niggas think the Bible they only friend. I know a couple women who surviving off OnlyFans. For God so loved the world, he gave his only begotten son. The angels taking off. I'm like, hold on, they forgot one. They forgot one. Hold on, they forgot one. When I pull out the womb, look around the room, you're like, what have I done? You're like, what have I done? When I fill out the womb, look around the room, you're like, what have I done? Right? In the lyrics, you hear me say, purple water, I know how to make it out of wine. You got to listen. Just listen, that's it. How am I able to do all of this? How does all of this make sense? Why am I, reaching the masses? How I'm reaching them? Why are they afraid of me? Why do they stay away from me? Why do anybody I call out, make sure that they don't try to stand there with me. It don't matter who it is. Even if they think they're going to say my name one time, eventually you'll hear them in the interviews or somebody bring me up. I don't want to talk about phase one. I don't want to talk about phase one. Yeah, you find something safe to do because you're getting exposed every single time you deal with that frequency. I programmed it that way. Steady and fast. Listen. Freedom at last, one task. So tell me what all this is. It's all one task. It's all in the plan. I'm a part of the plan. Nobody can deny it. That's why they're upset. That's fine. If only they knew I didn't even want to be a part of the plan. I just wanted to do the right thing. You see? It just so happened to be that I was programmed to do the right thing, which is a part of the plan. That's what program is. A plan. That's what a blueprint is. A plan. So steady and fast. Freedom at last. What do you think I'm talking about? Come on. One task. When I'm calling out to all these people and asking them to stand with me when it comes to that, let's not ignore who came through the aid and assist so that we can make it where we're going and made it to where we are now because of him. The question is it too much to ask? Is it too much to ask that everybody come together and work on this task? Is it too much to ask? Listen. Hand on the wheel. Watch. Driving until he won't be steering. Full surrender. Hand on the wheel. Driving until he won't be steering. Full surrender. What's that? Father, let this cup pass me by. Only if it's in your will. Hand on the wheel. Driving until he won't be steering. Full surrender. See, full surrender. Only to the will of divine. Now watch. Your name is called Stand Tall. Won't be no deflections, y'all. If your name is called Stand Tall, there won't be no deflections, y'all. Especially those who was around, right? I was putting their name in the letters. Saying certain things. Yo, you think about this, you think about that? Giving them every way they could and not make the mistake they were going to make. Same way God did in the story, right? Say, yo, Cain, chill. Sin is at the door. Your countenance is down. And you don't know they're about to use you. And it's not going to destroy who you're going for. It's going to destroy you. He didn't listen. The book of life is already wrote. And on that note, the book of life, literally, is already wrote. And on that note, listen. Now stay up and keep watch. He won't yell now. Meaning a point where you just now getting to really. Where you won't hear me yelling these things. Now I'm just explaining it for you to know and make your decision. You also don't see me capitalizing G's anymore. You see that? That time is past. Because I'm not yelling. Stay up and keep watch. He won't yell now. You also see me moving other people in position to take this thing over. Other artists. I'm moving them into position to fight this part. So it's not just a phase one thing. Stay with me. Putting them on or breathing on them. Say, you got to go out and push this message. You see? Because I'm only with you but a short time. Masters don't stay long. You got work to do. You can't lean on me and make it about me. It'll defeat the purpose of why I came through. Watch. Who is who among you? Can you tell now? I'm sure y'all can after all this stuff been happening.